What nonsense is this? Rubbish people. How can I receive such an amount of money?
How much did you get?
£200.
Let me see what you got. Oops. See what I got. I just received £200 from my brother.
Oh, you got a lot more than I do.
Oh yes, with Moneyfix, you can receive money from any part of the world to Cameroon directly into your mobile money account at the cheapest rate.
Wow. Are you looking for the best exchange rate for all your money transfer? Try Moneyfix. Log on to moneyfix.com. Moneyfix. Fast, easy, and cheap service to Cameroon. Moneyfix.
One of the things that make me feel very beautiful and very confident as a brown-skinned woman is choosing the right skincare products. So here, guys, I feel of the products that I use that make me feel very beautiful, very confident. And if you have any skin issue, be it acne, hyperpigmentation, or oily skin, dry skin, whatever problem it is you're facing with your skin, trust me, Escape is here for you. Escape is actually formulated to suit all skin types, all melanated skin types. So when you use this, you see how confident I'm feeling. This is going to be you after using Escape products. Trust me.
Hey, hello, fam. How are we? Good evening to you all. It's yet another episode of Relationship Hot Topics, and we are here today as a team. I am looking at the comment section to see if I'm going to get you. I'm not seeing you people connecting. I'm not sure why. Denzel is one of the panelists, yet he is in the comment section, so that should not be happening. He's not supposed to be first to comment. Hi guys, hi each and every one of you listening to me. Can you kindly share this video from tag your friends, family members, village people, and every other person to be here, because it's going to be a sunny today. Hey, I see Marceline Fortune watching from Yaoundé. Guys, when you connect, let me know where you're watching from. Thank you so much. Thank you. I see you. I will do Laura. No Senge Susie. Hi, sweetheart. I see all of you. Please pump heart, share the video, tag, okay? Tag so that we can get more of you join and watch us today, okay? So today is a very special edition of Relationship Hot Topics because we want to do it slightly different, okay? But before we get into all of that, just so you know, as I've captioned it, the caption speaks for itself. It's divorces, the divorce rates in modern marriages. I'm going to put the topic on screen just so that you know. Keep joining, guys. Keep joining. We're going to have a great time. I think topics like these have to be really talked about, okay? And because through this we do a lot of sensitization, so that especially I always say that divorces need to be spoken more to singles than to married people, okay? Because they still have a choice, okay? And they can learn better and know and make informed choices before they get into marriage, okay? So we'll be talking about divorce today. Like I said, we have another thing to do before we get into the topic, but I cannot possibly bring on the panelists when we are just about 60 persons watching. It is not done, guys. Please share the video. I'll blow powder if I have to do it, because we need a lot of you on here for us to do this. I see Neng Eteldera. Hi, Apilio Mari, watching from the UAE. Sonny Brown, greetings to you all. Sonny Brown, where are you watching from? Sonita B, watching from the US of A. You look cute and adorable. I blow you kisses. Thank you. Bo Chantal, I see you say watching from Ekunu Yaoundé. How is Yaoundé today? Agwo Marie Melvis saying hi everyone. Awan J. Marion Game, greetings, beautiful mommy. Thank you so much, beautiful daughter. I appreciate you. I can't share Mommy, don't know why. I'm not sure why you cannot share. If you can't share for whatever reason, can you just tag your friends? It's still a way of doing the outreach like that, please. So however it is, we're going to send this information out there. Let me know if you can not share as well, if you're finding difficulties in sharing too. I welcome you all again, once again. Balederic Shalom Money from Finland. Hi, 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 hi. Shu Binda, hi, it's Finland today. Bree Jazzy, hi from Ireland. From an island, I don't know the name. Okay, then I'm happy that water is not going to drown you, so you're very much secured. Potencia Sa, then you're pumping hard like we should do. Guys, share the video, pump hearts. If I've not called your name, please bear with me, okay? I can't possibly read all the names, but I'm going to try anyways. Yeah, so all of you, I have Don Samsino watching from Oman. Oman, I think Oman is the capital of one of those Asian countries. I guess so. Or is it a country in itself? I'm not quite sure. But how is Oman today? Sonny Brown, so he's watching from Douala. Hi, Sonny Brown. Melanie B. Interesting topic. That's right. Interesting topic. So, guys, pump hearts. Share the video now. Let me see more hearts. I'm not seeing the hearts are not climbing. The more viewers, less hearts pumping. I'm not sure why. You know, my heart has to pump now. My heart need to pump blood. I know if you do all these things. So send me more. Okay, when I see those red hearts like that, enough blood is in my system. Okay, Alma, I'm my darling baby girl. Thank you for joining. I know you have shared and keep sharing. Share to groups, share to your platforms, different platforms. Tag everybody taggable. Okay. So just about time for us to start, and I get our panelists on here. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to have our panelists? Are we ready to have our panelists? Let me know in the comments if you're ready. Chube Claudette following. Yeah, have you shared? No single Susie, I see you pumping all the hearts in the wall. I love you right back. Thank you so much. Share, share, share. Phoebe, Marion, I see you. Are you guys ready for our panelists, our handsome gentlemen and our beautiful princess? Are you ready to see them? Watching from Tico, Cameroon. Hi, Eta Marion. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, our MA says we are ready. So who do I bring first? Let me know in the comments as well. Who do I bring first? Let me know. Let me know. The first name I see, I'm going to bring. Okay. So we have Julian Kowe Epuza Taraju. Welcome. Bo Chantal, you're following. Yeah. Ago Mary Melvis, Christina Awa, Ozi Aya. So we are ready. So guys, let me know. Are you ready? And let me know who you want to see grace your screens first. Okay. I'm waiting. Let me know. The comments are still coming. Okay, somebody's the first person. Okay, I think 3 comments straight in line. First person Ama, second person B, some third person Denzel, in that order. Okay, I'm gonna honor your request. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, join me, pump hard, make some noise as I bring on screen our beautiful princess Emanuela B. Put your hands together now. When I clap for Emma now, when I pump hats now, when I do all of this now. Come on now. Come on. I know Paul, my name is bringing. Ta-da! Okay, you have your Emma on screen now.
You still don't want to see. If you know at me first, I don't want to me the show.
Move on.
I will give up. Hi guys, nice to have you. Thanks for that first word. Emma first. I don't tell I'm gonna ever bring me first, as usual, you know. Hi Deli.
Welcome, sis. It's good to have you.
Thank
the
you.
lady in red lipstick, red blazer. We'll understand this red thing very soon.
It's very serious.
If you remember when I read earring and red hair.
Almost, if you know for almost, I will tell you after for back wait.
Welcome, sis. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi guys, nice to have you guys. Happy Sunday, Hortensia. Nice to have you. Yes, please share. Now the talk say, thank you. Nosenga Suzanne, you've been missing. She's been missing. Where has she been all this time? Long time.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, let's keep the greetings aside and move on to the next. So okay, so according to what I saw in the screen in the comment section, they requested for B-Song next. But unfortunately, I'm not gonna bring B-Song next. I'm gonna bring Denzel, and you get why. Okay, guys. So please, I'm not doing pasha. So don't get angry. Don't get angry. Okay, you're gonna understand real soon. So I'm gonna get Denzel. The ladies' man, okay, not that, not in that light though. I know they always call him king, so the king is coming, and the queens are ready to receive him. He's coming with his bald head, with his handsome face. He's 6 feet, he's brown skin, he's all of that. So he's a gorgeous package put together. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for Denzel? Are we ready? Denzel, blessing the beauty. Welcome, big boy.
Thank you, Dele. Hi,
yeah, move your own that, move that this thing, move that hoodie. What's your own red? Oh, not our red. I did suspect. Oh, not
really? That's the iron red.
That's the red. You don't hide your own red.
Let's get it off.
Let's ride on. Let's go ahead.
Welcome, Denzel.
Thank you so much, Dele. Thank you so much. Hi, Emma. How are you?
Hey, Denzel. I'm fine. And you?
I'm good. Thank you. It's getting cold, so I have to put my hoodie up, you know.
Yeah, sure. It's getting cold, actually.
That's true.
Right. So I'm just gonna put that like that so that we all we're quite somehow focused on the middle of the screen. So guys, keep sharing the video now. Okay. Thank you so much. I see your lovely comments. Sorry.
No, I said Abemba is here today. Hi,
Hey, Ebemba. Ebemba is there.
Hey, like, hey.
Ebemba, hi, Loso.
Hi, Loso. I'm getting some special greetings from you, you know.
Okay. Right. So, guys, this is the reason why, okay, we intended it to be a surprise. I'm not very good at surprises because I'll go run my mouth with too much excitement.
I tell you.
So we wanted it to be a surprise. So the three of us decided to plan a birthday shout out to our special brother, B-Song. Okay, I know he's shy and he's gonna get red cheeks after this, but hey, we had to do it. So our brother B-Song, Bis, okay, has been with us for a while. His birthday was early, was it early this week? I'll say early this week. Yeah, this week because so we just decided, because we didn't have a show last week, so we decided to push it to this time and celebrate him and tell him in our own words how we feel about him and how much he's been a blessing to us, how much we love him. So for those of you who are new to this platform or joining, okay, I'm going to put the birthday boy on the screen. I know he's shy, but of course you're going to bear with us. Okay, Unkai?
Hey, Uncle.
I know, right? So this is, wait, oh my God. When obviously some don't make magic, the picture disappear for this thing. Ta-da! I see. What is this black boy?
You didn't bring this on live. You bring it up a photo.
No, don't worry. No, I know you can live later on. He's watching us, of course, so you can live later on. Okay, so we have happy birthday to this super gentleman, to this awesome guy, to this awesome dude. Okay, he's there. Okay, that's our brother B-Song Bis. And the way we decided to do it, okay, was to take turns in giving our wishes to him. Okay, so this show, the first part of it is going to be about the wishes, birthday wishes to B-Song, and then we're going to take the next part to talk about divorce rates in modern marriages. Okay, so just bear with us. He's that important, and that's why we're bringing him before the show. Okay, so guys, let me know. Those of you who are on for B-Song's fan club, put your wishes in the comments. I'm gonna project them. Write all the wishes ever. If it's long enough, the screen can accommodate. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna still put him on. He's gonna come, so don't bother about that. He's gonna come on screen, and we celebrate him. Okay. So now, they say ladies before gentlemen, but I would rather his best friend, the best friend that I know, at least I've known them for a long time now, and as far as I'm concerned, they're best of friends, and they are partners in crime. they are they are partners in crime, and they are friends indeed and in need. Okay. I admire their friendship. I've watched them. I mean, we've worked closely, and I would say he's the best person to talk about his brother and give the wishes. I mean, start off with the wishes. So, Denzel, I'm going to take this song off screen, and then you projected more, okay, so that you can speak. And then this song should hold his napkin at the background because it's about to go down. Okay.
Wow. I think this is one of the times that I'm really running speechless.
No, no started speechless. No, that
I wasn't expecting this. You know, wow. I think without really putting words in order, I really lack words to describe Bisong. It's quite unfortunate that we met just like very few times in Thailand, and
Thailand.
Yeah, God has a way of doing things. So we moved to Europe, and since then it's been one amazing steps to the next. I think for a very long time I've been praying to have a friend, a brother, because I am the first child of my family. So I don't have someone ahead of me that I look up to, except my younger sister. So we are like the two of us, though we have siblings, but people we could really talk. So I was praying, asking God for a friend, and God gave me Bisong. And I would say,
Let me stop crying. Be a better me tissue. I bet.
Why not give your
It's hard. It's hard it's really hard to find someone who can listen to you and share almost the same perspective with you and accept you for who you are. For us that we grew up in the street, we feel like you need to have money before you have a friend. But I've seen a total different side of him. His funny way, sarcastic way of approaching me sometimes, his crazy way of kicking my black ass sometimes, his way of educating me sometimes, though I am stubborn sometimes to listen to him, but I am I'm more than grateful that I have an accountable partner. You know, a lot of people don't have that, and I'm not taking that for granted. I would say I am blessed to have him. And for his birthday, I just wish him like success. Let him suffer with success. I don't really want to go deep, but the next phase that is coming into his life that I know, but I don't want to break that up because it's not my responsibility to do that.
Preach, man of God, preach. Preach, man of God.
I wish him all the best. I wish him all the best. It's a whole another journey, a whole another level. Perspective will change, and I'm here to listen to him as he has been doing to me. And I pray God continue to give him the strength to conquer all his struggle and open doors and windows for him and his family. I don't know, man. You're crazy. So I wish you a very fabulous birthday. Enjoy your day, black man. Happy birthday, Bis.
Thank you so much, Denzel. That was powerful. Like I said, you know this song better than anybody in the world. So I mean, I think it's an honor to have you, talk about him and use those very magical words that you've used. So we're happy that you agreed to do this. Okay, so I'm gonna get Emma come next. Okay, while I go last. So the lady in red, we don't finally know why now people they be dressed in red, come for birthday.
No, it's not even connect with birthday or the coincidence.
Before you go ahead, sorry, Sema, break you guys. Can you share the video and pump hearts? You're not pumping hearts. I'm not seeing too many hearts. You're pumping. So pump hearts. I'm seeing your birthday wishes for him. I'm gonna project it after this, so I don't want to disrupt the talking. Okay, please, just so you understand. So keep wishing, sending your birthday wishes and all the blessings ever that you possibly can give him. Okay, I'm gonna project it. Thank you.
Okay, so talking about Bissell. Chai, I want to see Bissell in face. That's why I talk this today.
You can get red Jordan also.
Okay, guys. I mean, just to let you people know, Bissell is one of my gossip partners. This is how strange it is.
The grinding partners.
Bissell is one of my grinding partners. Boy, big grind for Africa. Positive grinding, no. No, positive grinding. He can gist. Yeah, so Bissell, I wish you the best. All the things you told me you wanted to achieve in life, I pray that may you achieve them in double folds. You know all the things you told me. You're going to achieve them. You just need to take the step, like we discussed. I know I can't put an apple front here now because I put that here.
Tell me, you can mention them. We know how to them.
Yeah, so I mean, Bissell is a wonderful friend. It's somebody you can depend on, actually. If you really need someone to talk to, you need someone. Are you looking for someone you want to talk to with, I mean, like for 5 hours?
Do you want to cry your eyes out on the shoulder?
Are you home alone and you're looking for somebody you can talk with for about 5 hours? Try Bissell's number. You will talk and talk and talk because he can talk, he can flow. There's just no dull moment with him. So today being your special day, Bissell, I'm just going to be careful not to call the age. But I'm telling you, you've achieved a lot already. And I pray, I wish you the best. I know you're going to achieve more and more. May God continue to see you through. All the best. Bissell Thomas.
Egbe. I'm Egbe today.
Egbe. Happy birthday, Bissell Thomas Egbe.
Now Emma talk your name, oh. Now Emma can't say your name for social media. Not be me.
Your boy name go be Thomas.
His name go be Thomas for this generation.
I will leave Bissell with that name. That name over go.
I may not fit this song because this song is hardly a Thomas. It's hardly a Thomas. Okay, guys, thank you so much. That was wonderful. I mean, I'm happy that it's coming from the heart like that. You all know me that I'm a talker, so I can talk all day. And when I love somebody, I love that I wear my emotions on my sleeves. I always say that. So when I love you, if I'm not for you, you know that. Okay. I don't know when I got to know Bissell. I don't know when exactly, but I just realized on this platform that there was this awesome guy who was so exceptional with his counsels. And he was one thing I notice, I take notice when with people easily is how they write and when they respect punctuation signs. And it's one of the things as crazy as that sounds, I really admired that. So it is not just somebody who came and gave awesome counsels. He was really intentional about using punctuation. So I noticed it because people are just crazy writing comments like that. I started noticing him. He was part of the platform. He gave in his all. And you guys know, there was a time I felt like his counsels were so powerful. I gave him access to the platform. It was just the early days of starting up Delhi's matchups at that time. I did not know him from Adam, did not even know his names, just how dedicated he was on the platform. I gave him admin access. I need you all to understand how important he was to me for me to have done that. That's about the only person, okay, I think with Emanuela, who have been admins of this platform temporarily, okay, just to let you know how important he is. Bison has been an integral part of this platform. He's been an integral part of my life. He is my showbiz brother, him and Denzel, okay. The brothers, God bless me, in showbiz and in counseling, this counseling field, and I really cannot thank God enough. He is a go-to person, very dependable. The thing about you that I really, really admire, Bison, is your baby-like nature. Bison will laugh over everything, guys. Bison will, he's this sweet guy. He's so sweet that my kid sister asked me the other time, like, this song, the ever vex. Literally, she was like, this song, the ever, it's like, this song, the ever vex. I'm like, see, that's why we will whine him. I can have the craziest conversations with him, and his manly ego will not be touched, because he is that free-spirited, he's that open. And that's the thing about you, Bison. Like, you have this baby nature in you, and yet you're so manly with muscles and big belly like that. And then the next minute you're this baby that we need to carry and cuddle like that again, you know. This sweetness of you. I'm really so honored to have been blessed with dependable people like you, and a dependable person like you. I feel so honored and blessed. So today, this is our own token of love. This is the only way we could show you, okay? Maybe your birthday package is coming later on, but hey, we had to do this just to let you know how much you mean to us. So we love you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Have a blast, and may you fulfill purpose extraordinarily. May this new season be the best so far. And like I always say, this is a dawning of a new day for you, and life has just begun. So when you come, we're going to sing happy birthday to you, but you're going to promise us, you're going to tell us your age. We need to know your age. The world has known your name today, so you add the age on top so that you'll be the real you. And they see your real face, not be that your profile picture where again some Zumbi cover. So people know who is behind the Bison Biz profile. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the birthday boy is about to grace your screens. Are you ready for him? Let me see you make noise, some noise, and more noise in the comments. Let me see you shout and scream his name in the comments. Single ladies, make some noise. Shout and shout it out loud. Okay. Yes, now and I remember the woman they work a shout for some person. Yes, so make some noise. I need to see this song. See, when I type this song, this inside comments. Now you don't take over the show. Type. I need to see it. Yes, I'm seeing Tor Charlotte is just added this song, this. I see Ebemba, you be using the chat Emma for live show. We talk about this song, this. You know my serious. So. Okay, so. I'll read your comments, okay, when he gets on here. The comment section has to be filled up with his name, with birthday wishes, with balloons, with candles, with everything you can possibly lay your hands on, okay? So somebody's asking if Bison is married. It's not necessary. He's going to tell us now after that. So he's going to tell us when he comes. He's going to tell us his birthday and his status so that you people will know. And not ask again. Are we ready? Are we ready? See, from hearts is to be Bison bis in the comments. La Fleur has just joined. La Fleur, they ever come late, but it always day anyways. It don't join. See, guys, I need to see. I see you. All of them. I see you guys. I see you making noise. Positive noise, beautiful noise, romantic noise, birthday noise. All of these noises in the comments for our birthday boy. Are we ready to have him? Are we ready? Emma, now you're a tune song. I'm bringing us up. Tada! Emanuela, tune song.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday dear Bison, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday
So,
to you. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday to
oh, yeah.
you.
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Dear
dear
Bison,
song.
happy
Happy birthday.
birthday
So,
to you.
Hip, hip, hip.
hooray,
Hip, hip, hip.
hooray.
Hooray! Bison Ashe.
Don't show me your bucket.
You know, not say Ben to the see what I bought him. Okay,
Wow.
birthday boy, the floor is yours. Happy birthday. We
I
love
tried
you.
to fry am.
Or do you want me to read your birthday messages before you speak?
No, please don't. Wow, wow. Like this is the biggest surprise I've ever had when it comes to birthday surprises. And honestly, for those who didn't see me when my partners were giving me all the birthday wishes, I just want to tell you that I was really overwhelmed with joy, though I am still. And right now I can't even look at the camera like straight, like how I used to do when we have our show.
Mm.
But among all the wishes I've received all through, I want to say big thank you, and I will start like chronologically as you all wished me. I just want to let everyone know that Denzel, thank you so much for your wishes. You've been like that friend, as Deli said, friend in need, friend indeed. There's this thing about Denzel and I. When something is happening to me, no matter how much I think about it, no matter how much solution I try to find it, if I don't share it with him, I still feel like my solution isn't the best. He's been like an accreditor to every decision I make. He's been that friend, that brother. And Denzel, I thank you so much. You've always been there. We've gone a long way. As I don't want to talk about Thailand anymore because Delhi was already complaining about it. But I thank you so much, my brother. I don't want to say friend anymore, but I really thank you. And it's my birthday, it's my special day, but I can still make a promise to you that I will do my best to keep the fire burning in our friendship. That's the best I can promise for you. And the next is Emma. Wow. Emma has been that an amazing sister. We met still on this platform. I came to notice Emma because sometimes I see a comment on the comment like on Delhi's matchup, and the comment I intend to make most of the times she has already made it. And I was saying like, who is this girl? Is she reading from my mind? Why has she said what I had plans of saying? And then when I got used to Emma, we've been talking a lot. We've been working a lot on so many things. And she's been, sometimes I just have to say again that I used to call her my discipline mistress. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how tall you are, how huge you are, how gigantic you may be. When you are wrong, Emma sits you down as her son or her daughter, and then she tells you, she disciplines you. She tells you this is wrong. She wouldn't do it behind your back. She wouldn't do it maybe over a voice call. She may even do it on a video call. She wants to see your face while she disciplines you. That's Emma. And that's one thing I really, really admired about her. I have learned a lot from her. So she's just an amazing person. And on this special day of mine, Emma, I give you the same promise that I still rely on your counsel. It has never failed so far, at least. So I still count on you. Your judgments have been valid all through, like since I knew you. And I really want to thank you. It's a special day, and I can't show enough of my appreciation for all your wishes. And lastly, the Queen Mother of the house, Mrs. Phillips Deli Singer, still another amazing person. Like, she's been wonderful. The thing is, I knew her page before I knew her. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys have noticed that Deli and Emma are, it's like two sides of same coin. I used to think when I came to know both of them, I used to think like first, like before I had to talk to them, I was thinking like maybe they were sisters, like blood sisters from the same mother, because they often think alike. Sometimes they fight like sisters, and when they fight, trust me, don't come in between them, because their peace still lies in their own hands. That's just who they are. Yeah. So, Deli, you've been that amazing sister. You didn't take so long to know me, and then you trusted me so fast. I remember during the early days of our relationship, you made me an admin to your page without fear of anything. I could post anything to ruin the reputation of your page or anything. You gave me that powers. It was just so amazing. How could a lady trust a stranger so quickly? And in every other aspect about what we're doing on this show, our counseling and all that, even our own personal issues, you've always been that support system.
Amen.
However you can do it, you've always been there. You always have that ear. Yeah.
Amen.
And let me just give a secret to the audience that Deli is that person you can call on the phone anytime. Don't be scared that she's married. She may complain that, why won't you call me this time? But trust me, when you have an issue, you can call Deli anytime, even at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. She will grumble, but trust me, she will still find a solution for you at that time. That's just who she is. You know, I can call her any hour of the day if I have a problem. She will grumble, but trust me, she will still do the service. That's just the wonderful person she is.
Amen.
So, yeah, so Deli, I thank you so much. I thank you for the trust. I thank you for believing in me. I thank you all. I thank you. I can't thank you guys enough. And lastly, to those watching us, all the wishes I've received, I've been reading from the audience. I saw a birthday wish today on Deli's matchup from an anonymous person, whoever you may be. Thank you so much. Even for those wishing me on the comment section, I thank you all so much. And this, as concerning my age, so many people have been asking. The good news is that one more year has been added to my life, and we pray for more. So we pray for more, and I wish you all the best. Without taking so much time, we have a hot topic to talk about: divorce, divorce, divorce. It's gonna be interesting. I guess it's even gonna be interesting much more than this our show of much more than my birthday, which we are talking about now. So I thank you all. I give you all the floor, Deli. I give you the floor to ride on.
Happy birthday again, birthday boy. I'm so happy. I know you're short of words. You don't struggle. And we're happy. We get the words, we get even the ones you did not say. We're happy that you are happy. And this is your day. I'm just going to read the comments on the screen, project the comments so you can see. We have Talk Charlotte saying happy birthday, B song. Talk Charlotte again, laughing, happy birthday, B song. Cliff Diang is pumping hearts and sending all the balloons. Hortensia Saven sending you hearts. Triumphant CJ as well. Lucy B Zevela. If you are not born in October, your mom or dad, your husband or wife, boyfriend or girlfriend, then you don't need to talk. I know, right? So now October people they rain now, so really. Triumphant CJ say hip 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 hooray. Bakwa Cecilia, haha, the single ladies, or of course La Fleur Lamour is saying happy birthday, Bisson. Teddy Schneidi as well. Ebemba, you answer this one, answer your question now for background. Since you the only insist, as if you are a woman. Yeah, we have Essential 7 as well. Happy Le Marie Bis, happy birthday. Denzel Coach is there, still in the comments, wishing you a happy birthday and being emotional there. Triumphant TJ again, pumping all the champagnes ever. We have Bison Sophie. It's my birth month too. This October is for us. Wow, you guys share the same name, you share the same birth month. Happy birthday to you all. La Fleur again, happy birthday, bro. Be on this special day. Wish you nothing but your heart's desires. Amen. Juliet Solomon, happy birthday, be song. Ebemba again. Ebemba. John from over here. We have Tungwe Nuela. We have Dadin Banui pumping balloons, hearts, and all whatnot, and giving you the peace sign. Neck Marion Cherry Voice, happy birthday, B song. Tula Kingsley, happy birthday, B song. The guy, Sophie again, happy birthday, B song. Mildred Ne, Biz, and hearts. Relindis Gourmet, hello, beautiful people. Bisong Sophie, yeah, he is shy. Yeah, Bisong was shy. And then we have more candles again from Triumph from CJ. We have Sonny Brown. We have Happy Leo Marie. We have Teddy Schneidi. We have Jay, Lovely Jay. We have Bakwa Cecilia. We have Relindis Ngome. Happy birthday, Miss Abis. Today, Naya Day, give us gist. Happy birthday, Christella Comey saying he's shy. Hortensia again. Happy Le Marie again. Triumphant again. Mildred again. You know, all of you. Ebemba is just being a crazy guy for today. Relindis Ngome, hooray. The birthday was super cool. I was present. Mr. Bison can cook for Africa. Oops, that's something about him. He's a chef. You guys know nothing about that. Don't test the hand chop. Somebody is saying that from experience. It means that Relindis Ngome don't test them. Cliff Dian, okay, happy birthday, Lucy B. Zelef, her name is Joe Breaking. Happy birthday, Bison Nume Kulu, Rolantine, happy birthday, Bison, Christelle Akom, say Bison one cry.
Deli, are you sure you're gonna end today with this?
I will, don't worry, it's your day. We are not in any hurry. We're here.
Okay.
So you have it's your day, don't worry. Wow, nice to see the smile on your face, bro. Happy birthday, Bison. Hooray. Glorious, yes, sir. Many more years of abundant blessings. Um, um, that's my namesake. Is saying happy birthday, this song. Happy birthday, please don't cry. Happy birthday, happy birthday. More wins, bro. I'll buy you Kopam biscuits. Grace to you guys. Great, thanks. Somebody saying the late na spirit. Mr. Bison, please tell us your status. La Fleur L'amour. That one thing I love about how, okay, this goes to, I think, Emma. Somebody is shedding tears in the comments. That's Sandy Tani. Hi. Yeah, you all. Robin Marion, Abel is still there. All of you, Relinis Gomez dancing. I just joined in and I heard Mr. Bison say on the important day of mine, Emma, Jesus, I think say maybe you want. I say just join. He just say on this important day, he say if he say be someone propose to Emma. When I know for thinking for Africa, people can think for Africa.
People just think.
They hadn't even caught. They say hadn't even caught say be someone propose.
I didn't know. Sorry, Denzel. I did not know you had gone out of the screen. Sorry, I was reading comments.
Yeah.
All of these comments, and that is about the last. This was the craziest comment of all. So at long last, we got to the last comment. Some people are laughing now, so it's a new dawn again. Happy birthday to you again, Bison. Many more amazing years to come. Okay, so we keep having the wishes. And we move on to our special topic for today, okay, which is divorce rates in modern marriages. Hey, I have to welcome each and every one of you again on the show. It's going to be out, and out. Okay. So let me see how to go about this. We're not going to spend time on this topic. Today is going to be Biton's birthday, so we'll just talk about, just touch. Okay. So this is part 2 of our program, the second segment, and I know a lot of you want to listen. We're talking about divorce in modern marriages. Why we're talking about divorce? Because it's changed. It's morphed. It's the rates are really high. It's horrible. It's frightening. It's weird. It's all of the negative adjectives that you can ever think of. Divorce rates in modern marriages. Now you want to ask yourself, why would two lovebirds, people who seem to be so happy, you know they're happy, they're not faking it, they get into marriage and the next minute we're divorcing? What is going on? What's happening? You know. But before we get into the crux of the matter, I would like to ask each and every one of you, is divorce an option to you, and why? If yes, why? If no, why not? I'll start with Emma. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Deli. So, I mean, with this so much excitement, guys, do you remember back in the days of like school days, right? What would write exams? Sometimes you did a Bevaco and I say Rasta week on a Raska week.
Rasta week.
No, it been a Raska week.
I been calling and say Rasta week.
Okay.
No man, no ever know right pronunciation for that word. The word just pronounces for Raska.
Raska week. Una not easy. It meant Raska week because me say up and just Raska that time. Okay.
Yeah, now we define and so I been calling and say Rasta.
Please forget.
For real, I used to call it Rasta week, though I defined it like that, but I call it Rasta, not Raska.
Okay. So I mean, the idea was trying to, like, you know, that period. If teacher called against Monaka, she don't study, it waste the time. You will not hear anything. It's just the same like today. After all this happy birthday thing, when I ask me matter about divorce going to do me that. This is like me getting happy, and then you want me to.
You want to take us out? You want to take us out? We'll keep this divorce topic for next week. You take us out because I'm so game.
Anyway, guys, no. Guys, I'll just try to come back. Yes, divorce is an option for me. Divorce is an option. It's a big yes. It is an option for me, but I think it should be hard to come back. Because you asked about why. I think divorce is an option, but it should be hard to come by because It's not just the listing and then you were packing to walk out. I'm not getting married to divorce. I don't think anyone wants that. So it should, something very serious should trigger divorce, something really serious. And in my opinion, or on my part, what the first thing that would trigger divorce, that I would drop you like hot potatoes? Violence. Yeah, that one. I thought them I not get me energy. I don't get power at all. That person, because say, yeah, they say waiting one or so story don't read any of understand about that for platform. Somebody said the ear was doing what? That story, I've never heard that story, but I know of one that she slapped, right? I don't get me energy from one if he slap me person. So I can't do it. I will not be able.
The next man that slap, they beat na beat. One beat na beat.
I won't be able to beat you. They'll beat me to the pan and suppress them. So I can't. And for that, I cannot stand it. Even looking at a case I saw today on social media, the lady who lost her life after going through domestic violence from the husband. Seeing me like this, I prefer to be single and alive than to be married and dead. So that is one of the things that I will work out and drop you like hot potatoes.
Wow.
The next one, I mean, the other option is when you're a community D. Community D, even that one is backed up by the Bible. Even before I get in, the Bible already tells me, by the time, if he is a community D, sister,
just also you know if you marry Answer Kitumu, understand?
No, I mean already tell you things. If you say it, me and Answer Kitu for not marry things, so if you don't drop, I don't tell you so go and drop it. And I say no, be drop it. And hey, I don't understand by the way me can anything. So I don't tell you say we cannot Answer Kitu, we cannot work.
Somebody should tell Answer Kitu in the comments. I don't understand the later here story.
Come and hear this live. I'm not going backward about this. I've already tell you. I say I cannot share even my shoe rack with somebody. Even my shoe rack, I don't share that with person. So not to talk of me sharing a whole one human being with another person. So with that, divorce, I'm out. So thank you, sis.
Right. Next, thank you so much, sis. That was awesome. For her, divorce is an option. And as far as domestic violence and indiscriminate cheating is concerned, she was specific about that. So the next, I'm going to go with Denzel. Is divorce an option for you, and why or why not?
Yeah, I think it's an option. I think there are a couple of reasons that people file for divorce. Firstly, by definition, we all know that divorce is a legal separation of married people by a court or any competent body. So when people are together and things are not moving, there are a bunch of reasons that these people can choose to go on their separate ways. So personally, I think it's an option, but I always ask myself, what is that option? What is the option? What is the foundation of that option?
Yeah.
By divorcing because I want to be jumping around because I was in a place where it requires me to be committed. So am I running away from commitment to be a free guy, to be sleeping with multiple women at the same time? If that is the core, or that is a reason for me to get a divorce, then it's a bad divorce. Like a man likely said, I should be divorcing when we have a couple of things that are not intact, like abuse, extramarital affairs. We do not have compatibilities, like we are going separate ways. We're not walking common dreams. I think that's them, So when I put all these things together, I think these are valid reasons for people to go their separate ways. It's rather than pretending that everything is fine. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's an option. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So the birthday boy, divorce an option, not an option, and why?
To me, divorce is an option. It's an option to me because first, as humans, as individuals, we have our right of life, our right to enjoy life and live comfortably. Sometimes, because of the misconceptions or misjudgments we make before we engage in marriage, it comes to a point where we really can't enjoy the fruits or the benefits that comes along with marriage. Sometimes, actually, people get married because for one reason, we want to have a family, we want to live a better life. But in some cases, especially nowadays, we've seen where marriage is instead it's coming to shorten the lives of many people.
Yeah.
In a situation like this, if you spot it out or identify it from a distance, there's nothing as important as our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So that marriage that is going to shorten your life warrants a divorce. That marriage that will prevent you from living or enjoying the full potential of your well-being warrants a divorce. When I talk about the marriage that hinders you from enjoying your full potential, like enjoying your well-being, I'm not talking about natural hazards or natural circumstances. I'm talking about issues where are being applied intentionally by another person you call a partner. Then it warrants a divorce. It's a shameful thing that divorce is something that we can sit on screen and say, yeah, it is an option. But if we put ourselves, we try to wear the shoes in relationships that we find, relationships that have been infested by violence, torture, and all the likes, we will come to realize that it should be an option. So that's my reason why I consider it an option.
Thank you so much. I get it. Everybody is saying it's an option. I sort of glanced in the comments and I saw a lot of people siding with us. Guys, please share the video and pump hearts, please. I'm not seeing too many hearts. Pump hearts, share now, share video. We've started doing something really serious and a lot of persons need to know about it. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this video is much more important to singles than it is to married people because they are already married and their options are very few or limited, okay? But the singles still have the option of making choices and making, not just making choices, making very informed choices. So tag all your single friends to come and hear and to understand what divorce is all about and why people get divorced and how they can prevent that from happening to them. Because in all honesty, nobody wants to get married and get divorced. People really want to get married and stay married because you want to, it's really costly. We're going to get into all of that. But I want us to touch of recent, like I said, the rates are really, really high. Matter of fact, we cannot compare the rates of divorces back in the days of our parents and now. Matter of fact, I grew up I can't pinpoint or know of a particular couple from my neighborhood or my area or even, back then that actually got divorced like that. I knew of times when people separated from their homes. Moms will go out of the house, maybe to their parents' houses, and after maybe days they come back. I didn't know about it, but it is so rampant, so rampant. Now the problem is not just the level of how rampant it is. It is the duration. So yes, people are getting getting divorced every day. But hey, it is not as if they divorced after 10 years. No, people are divorcing now after 3 days of marriage. People are divorcing after 1 month. What would we say is the reason? We've heard of recent, especially if we have to zoom in on our Cameroon entertainment, we've had divorces and it's been all over social media. And we are not going to be talking about that. I'm just showing glaring cases that we have. And it's not been up to how long. And then we're seeing all of these things in the media, and even the ones that are not being spoken about. And in all of these things, I want us to look at the various reasons why this is happening. I'm going to start with Emma. Why do you think is the reason for the so many divorces nowadays, or this very short-lived marriages, not just divorces, the very short-lived marriages nowadays? We'll take turns. So Emma, you go first. Yeah.
Okay, so something that's very important about this divorce, the cost of divorce out there, in my opinion, the first thing is that people have forgotten why they even get married. Yes. People have tend to forget, why do we even have to get married? We are getting married now for the wrong reasons. You're getting married because your kid sister is married. You're getting married because all your neighbors are married. You're getting married because all your friends are married. So when you think that you're getting too old, the next available guy that comes, you grab it and you want to keep it to yourself. When you think that you're getting too old, that your family is beginning to question, the next available lady that shows up, you just want to do things very fast. And before you know it, you are into it. And that's where you get to know someone. I know, and I understand some people will be like, hey, our parents, they used to just come and show them photos. Like, see this man standing on one radio, taking a photo on a radio. And you're like, see, this is a man you want to get married to. And they get married and they are fine. Unfortunately, we are not in the days of our parents. We are not in the days of our parents. And if you look at it, something I will say, something I believe in, is that in as much as it hasn't changed so much, our parents were brought up with a mindset of getting married one day, being able to take care of a husband and being able to take care of a home. For those of you who think you can doubt me, go and ask some little questions back those mothers in the quarter. When they were even sent to school, the highest they could get was class 7. It means their parents, they don't try. And if you look at it, even some mothers, before they could even go to school, their kid brothers had gone to school before them. Why? Because they had to stay at home to take care of their kid brothers so that they reach school-going age before they themselves can go to school. That is to tell you the kind of training that they were giving them. Meaning, somehow, there was this mindset of already a husband is coming anytime soon. And when you get inside, you start applying your practice. What was I taught? I was taught submission. I was taught sticking to my husband. I was taught this and this. But unfortunately, things have changed now. The issue of choice have come in. We no longer have this issue of they show you a picture and somebody's just coming to pay your bride price and that's the day you're seeing the person. It has changed. Even when we talk about matchup, we are talking on the platform of matchup now because people will be like, we are on matchups. This is matchup. But if you look at the way Delhi does it, your choices count. That's why people have to come and tell a lot about themselves. So that by the time you're getting into, say, I admire this trait, you should know what you're getting into. And if you look at the way it works, even when a woman comes up with a request and gives Delhi, she does it somehow that it's still the man who is going to walk up to that woman to do all of these things. That is to tell you how much things have changed and the issue of choices have come in. So we can make these choices. And now we begin to make wrong choices because we want to get inside. I want to get married. And because my friends are married, because my younger sister is married, because everyone is married, because how can Delhi be married and I'm not married? And then the next guy that shows up, because he has 6 packs,
like Denzel.
like Denzel, because he has 6 packs like Denzel, because he is tall, and because he has some cash, because he speaks some smooth English. I'm like, okay, okay, I found a husband. At that moment, I do not want to think. Even by the time your friends are telling you, sister, you not even slow down for find out whether the man is so eat the work now. You people are jealous of me. Another why not jealous? See the worry you on our way to not leave. And then, yes, bam, you're married. And then we come and dance. Trust me. And I like that kind of thing. I'm dancing behind you as your bridesmaid. And before we know it, 1 year later, your iron is swell. Maybe domestic violence. Maybe not physically. Maybe emotionally. All of these things put together. And you can no longer take it. Even if it's not domestic violence. You just discover, hey, this guy is not what I used to think of. He snores. The snoring is too much. I cannot bear it. You just discover he drinks a lot. And he gets drunk. Something I didn't see when we were dating because we used to spend very little time. In fact, I was in a rush to get married. Now he drinks a lot. I cannot bear it. And then that's when you discover, let me put it in quotes, because when you're smart, when you talk to someone, even a few days, you realize some traits in them. But now you discover, this guy is rude and arrogant too. The way he talks to his family members, even. This guy is very rude. And the way he talks to me in front of his friends, your ego starts being beaten.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 things now that can happen, and you can only choose one. It's either you stay there to let the whole world know that you're still a miss, or you're still a mister, because it could be the other way around, right? It's a 2-way thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's either you stay there to let the world know I'm still married. It's fine. It's okay. We, the married people, posting good pictures on social media, or you walk out because you can no longer take it. So when we put all of these things together, give me one reason why divorce rate will not be higher than it was in the past. In a nutshell, what am I saying? Divorce can be avoided when you decide before taking a step.
If we marry for the right reasons.
If you're married for the right reasons.
I love that. I love that. It's a lot of people in the comments giving you a thumbs up here. Even Basim drop your number. They want to maybe personal counselor.
I'm taking money. I take cash for that.
You are Evemba anyway. We'll know after show. Okay, thank you so much, sis. I'm gonna get Denzel for Denzel to tell us one of the reasons, or any of the reasons he thinks is the reason for the high divorce rates nowadays.
Yeah, Delhi, thank you so much. I think Emma has said a lot of stuff already, so I'm just going to chip in. But before I do that, I think when for us that we observe, we are good observers of relationships, you could possibly see a potential divorce in the future. See the moves that people, especially single people, the steps they take, the way they go about their relationships, you could tell that this is going to last for a certain period of time. It's not like when you look at the divorce rate, there is a high rate of more than 80% of people to divorce in the first 5 years of their marriage.
I said that sometime. I think I said that one time. Somebody was arguing. I'm like, how many marriages get to 7 years nowadays?
Yeah, I mean,
sorry.
It's really huge. But people do not understand that, like Emma rightly said, getting married for the wrong reason it's already a recipe for a divorce in the future. Okay, and again, when you look at when you look at one of the reasons why God, or one of the reasons why God created us as men, it's to provide, right? And when you look at like synonyms, or bring other words into provision, it's like security, right? And when you start to look about when you look at the word security, how it has been breaking down, this was really powerful. Let me say 50 years ago, 80 years ago. Today, it doesn't have the same power as it was in the beginning. Security, today, women can provide, they can afford security. They have a bodyguard, right? We have institutions like police that they can protect when you do something messy. But 80 years ago, it was like a man's, or let me say 100 years ago, it was like a man's position to protect his woman.
A man's world.
Yeah, but today now we have money. People have their job. You know, people do not really depend again on their man as it was in the beginning. They can afford certain things, and when you can afford certain things, why do you want to take shit from another man when you know you can afford security, you can pay your bills, you can do certain things? But I think it's because people do not understand the value of marriage. When you have a wrong comprehension about marriage, you do the wrong things, and the bottom line is that marriage is going to fail, right? Because, like, I think Emma said a whole lot of things that I love. Getting married for the wrong reason, probably because you have one of your crazy auntie, and this your aunt is kicking your ass with messages. Your friends are not married, or your brother don't married. See, Mambanya is picking, but they don't married. All these things, you know, it puts you, that individual, even us men, we have that pressure too, you know. So it puts you in a position where you do not observe, or you do not like, you're not in a position to comprehend what marriage is all about. And if you do not have a better understanding, you're going to fail. People say that information is the new knowledge, or is the new money. And once you do not have a better information, you missed it out. You just go about, do things your own way, and before you know it, boom, divorce don't come. And again, I think the modernization, like, let's talk about like social media. It has come also with a lot of ramification when it comes to how it affects marriage. Okay, there are so many things about it. Like, before, people used to say that you might like take your picture, go to the next neighbor's house, show that picture, then they put those two people together if they like themselves. But today, matches are made from computer algorithms. That is where people do matchups now. Like, you feel those information, pap, a tall guy appear like a man said, 6-pack, he has a broad shoulder, he has a job. You see all those things, boom, he fits, and you say, it's your guy. But it doesn't really work like that anymore. So if you do not have a better understanding of marriage, or like you do not know who you are, because sometimes it's about you knowing who you are. If you know who you are, then you know what you are not. Let me put it that way. If you know who you are, then you know what you are not. Okay. So if you do not have a better understanding of you, who are you, you will end up marrying the wrong person. And when you marry the wrong person, the tendency is they are going to show you a character that you did not sign up for. And in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, hey, there are like, with so many options, people think they have so many options now. So like, hey, let me go and sign out this thing, you know. And before you know it, the divorce letter is here, and people have gone on their separate ways. So let me add to what Emma said.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Denzel. Great contribution there. Guys, before I get to bring back the birthday boy on screen for him to give his input on that, I need you to please kindly share the video. Pump hearts, tag people to get in here and listen, okay? Like I always say on the live shows, Facebook has so limited us. We don't have the outreach. we cannot do it again. It's not no longer, it doesn't send signals. So you have to do it manually. So, and how do you do that? By sharing, by tagging, by pumping hearts. And you can do that. There's no limits to how many times you can do it. You can do it as many times as possible. So yeah, I'm gonna get Biso on screen so he can tell us why he thinks, in his own words, the high rates of divorces in modern marriages now.
Thank you, Deli. I think Denzel and Emma, they have spoken a lot, but one thing I want to add about the reasons for the high rates of divorce in modern marriages of today is thank you. You said in my own words, but because this is how I want to put it, I will say one of the reasons is the availability of divorce accessories around us. That's how I want to put it. There are certain accessories I call divorce accessories around us. And
I love that. That's powerful.
It has made so many women to be very impatient in listening to a problem in their home, because maybe next door there is a divorce lawyer who can help you benefit from divorce. There is a counselor next door who can tell you the steps of taking a divorce. Back then,
just like Denzel talked about the policeman who is ready to come and that's exactly. A powerful way of putting it.
Yeah, so these are all divorce accessories we have around us. And we still have pages of what the so-called bitter single ladies. They have platforms that they try to teach some of these girls that, hey, marriage is not the ultimate. The least thing.
You can join us.
Life is greener on the other side. These are divorce accessories that we now have. It's so available wherever we are. We have this availability of these divorce resources or divorce accessories. They are all, because back then, our parents, they didn't, mommy go stay for household. No matter what, she didn't have a place to go. She didn't know what to do. Most of the times, if the worst comes to the worst, she leaves, she moves to her in-laws and stays there. There are cases back then where the marriage ends completely, but because the woman has kids with the man, she's still living with the man's family somewhere else. So if we understand that inclination, how the click, how our mothers could click with our father, even when the attitude to foster divorce was there, to promote divorce was there, things of the whole home was not conducive for marriage. They had all these things, but still they were still trying one way or the other that they should still be associated with this man, at least with the man's family. But today, what we have today, even if you don't only need to try to solve your marital problems in your home, you also have to close your ears, because nowadays, what I'm saying, we can attest to the fact that even if you have your marital problems and you decide that, no, let me fix this out with my husband, there is a friend, there is a sister who will question you, like, you want chop now? Why you chop the man in shit? Why you chop this woman in shit? There are people that will question your effort. These people are always around us. They'll question your effort while you're trying to make things work in your home. So most of the things Emma and Denzel said, this is the only thing I have to highlight, that to me, the most glaring reason is the fact that of availability of divorce accessories. There are a lot of divorce resources around us. Even if we look abroad today, we have the social offices. They are there ready. Even if you have 10 kids with this man, they are ready that these kids will take care of them, just for the fact that you should leave that home. You know, even if you're saying you don't have a job to hang on with after marriage, there is always these institutions that are ready to give you a job. And we can see that even on platforms, we see how giveaway are going. Now single mother, now single mother, now single mother. Single mothers are now benefiting even more than struggling married women. A woman will be in her home managing with her husband. Maybe they can make 50,000 francs in a month. There is a single mother there making a PT party, benefiting 200,000 every month. So tell me, if a chicken-hearted married woman sees a PT party single mother or divorced woman benefiting 200,000, if you are chicken-hearted, the least problem you have with your husband, why won't you quit that marriage?
Mm.
So these are all, and we could quote these accessories all around. So Sonita is talking about child support. Exactly. These are all things that so couples today, you should really be strong on your intent on marriage. Why are you married? And you should know that nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easily with your husband or your wife as you struggle to achieve the things you want to achieve. Some may delay, some may come later, some may never come, but hang on to it, because what you need in your home, you may see someone else having it easily, and they will tell you they are getting it easily because they are divorced.
Mm.
Yeah, so these are all the things. This is just what I really wanted to elaborate on.
I mean, that's a brilliant take there. I really appreciate all the points that you people are giving. I'm going to get Emma come on here again and talk to us based on something she said, which really struck me hard. Of course, I'm going to take our the next points will be given from the things that we have said. Okay, so for Emma said something which made so much sense. She talked about our mothers were taught to, well, maybe she did not use this word, but that's what I got from it. We're taught to prioritize marriage. So they were groomed from young to prioritize it, to know that it's a priority. But it's no longer the case nowadays. Emma, you want to buttress that point. You want us to add some flesh on it so that we see the difference that we're having. Is marriage to be prioritized, and how do we go about prioritizing it? And if it's a good thing, how do we go about doing it? Or how do we encourage the youngsters listening, or the singles who would be getting married anytime from now?
Okay, so yes, like I said, Deli, if you remember, I said, in as much as it's not completely different from today, it's a bit, but it was more in the past. And why did I say this? If we want to when we look at education, first of all, we want to come from the history of education in Africa. When education was introduced in Africa, I'm sorry, I'm going to take you people with a bit of small touch and put here. Mm-hmm. When education was introduced in Africa, the missionaries came with a mindset of teaching men to be able to work, do professional work, so that they could pay taxes. Mm-hmm. Why? Even if the women were sent to school, they were sent to do home services, home services, cooking, all of this. So this mindset was already there. The mindset of a woman's place is supposed to be about building the home and all of this. Mm-hmm. So this kind of continued with our mothers to a certain level, where even if you are sent to school, you see some parents will even be like, the aim is just that at least you should even know how to read and write your name. Yeah, I remember I made an interview with one grandfather one time. He told me, say, hey, my aim be na say me my picking them. Even if na say they see their name for some place, me they don't pass away, they don't know say their name. Yeah, for him, he didn't have this mindset of a girl child should not go to school, but at least since he was not financially viable, he made sure that everyone at least had that education. But what I'm trying to do is like, that was kind of the purpose men are going to school to get into this professional stuff because men are the ones to pay taxes, while women are going to be taught home economics, how to take care of the home and all of this. So there's this mindset of it's about you will get married anytime soon. Let's even look at it. When our mothers at like class 7, I don't want to talk about the age because but let's talk about class 7. When they don't marry, it be normal. It wasn't that normal. There was always this neighbor who come and say, no, I guess my brother way they could. I should say go and marry this person. I guess some of this man, I should say our class 7, 17 years. This time we even say 17 years is other age, right, to get married. That's what we say. But back then it was normal. 17, 18. They're married and they're already having kids because they were kind of prepared. Now, if we look at what is happening today, there is another mindset about education. Educating a girl child, for example, is not just about educating her to be able to go and sit somewhere, because people have had a change of mindset. No, women must not stay at home. And this mindset, it has its own positive side and its own negative side, the way people have decided to interpret and take all of this. It doesn't completely cancel the fact that parents still believe in the sense that they need to tell their daughters marriage is very important. Those of us who are listening, you bear in mind, when you make mistake for our house, tell me what happens. What will your mother say? Now, so you're going to do at your master's house. I don't know about others, but yes, that was a very common question in our homes. Now, so you're going to do at your master's house. By the time you make a mistake trying to serve someone, a visitor, they can land a slap on your face. So now, so you decline for serve your master. You don't even know when you get married, but they're already beating you for the mistake you will make in future when you get married. So your mindset is about, now so you go to serve your master. Now so you go to do for your master. Now so that mindset is still there. But because we have it also diluted or alongside the mindset of education, you have the right to get educated. It has another way that people now are handling it, where women know, in as much as I have to get married, I also have the right to all of this and all of this. And like I said, it has its downside and its negative side. Now, talking about trying to handle singles and people who are planning to get married about this, I would say these things, in as much as they shouldn't be completely ignored, we should not also want to dwell so much on the now so you go to treat your master. It has its way of going around. There's a way of making a circle. When you ignore it too much, we can misinterpret the whole thing. And we think it doesn't matter, or it's not so important to be trained to be a successful married woman or to have a successful home, if I may put it that way. Right? When you ignore it completely, you can also give me the mindset of, it don't matter. I must not make my homework, It's about education. It's about me making it in life. When you equally concentrate so much on that, now so you go to treat your master. Now so when you marry, now so you go to. Now so when you equally give me the mindset of marriage is the ultimate, and you put me under pressure. So right. You can be hard pressed on every side if we are not careful with the education we give out there. There must be a balance, yes. Because when you put me under the pressure of now so they married, I grew up with this mindset of it's about marriage. And that is when you remember my first point. My neighbor is married, I'm not married. My sister is married, I'm not married. They have been telling me the whole time it has been about marriage. Let me get married. I will also divorce because the foundation was faulty. In the same way, when it's about you get educated as a woman, I see people talking about kin. Sisters, let me say this. I wrote this today on my timeline. Let me say it again for the second to the last time, because I will say it before the year actually runs to an end. Sisters, it is queen. It starts with Kyo, actually. It's not K, it's queen. We are queens. Never you make that mistake.
I got free find microphone because they think they turn my neck.
See.
Not the only thing they don't pass my power.
I don't get it. It is this sweet to be a woman. I will stand for some place instead of say I'm a queen. I thought I'm a king. How does it start? How? I mean, like seriously, this software, one can they open you door. The man never carry you for wedding day. The man, if you sick, the man gets you. When you be pregnant, the man, why would I be a king? How? Why? Is that how?
It's crazy how the world is evolving.
What's up?
Emma, yeah, I get that. We're gonna still touch that under the point of feminism. Now, it's a point you're raising. Somebody, I think Cyril or somebody of a name of that sort, made a statement and said marriages are failing because of feminism and / equality and all of that. The comment went up. I'm gonna try to get the comment. I just want us to get this round over and done with before we get into that bit. Now, let me bring Denzel. Denzel, you made a point and you talked about understanding marriage. That was really so powerful. And when you said understanding marriage, it dawned on me like people don't know what marriage is all about. Like divorces are happening because people in the first place don't know what they are getting into. So I would love for you to talk about, just to, in your own words, define what marriage is all about, the purpose, and maybe shed some light on the purpose of marriage. And just so that people listening to you can understand the institution they're about to get into, okay? Because when you said they don't really understand marriage, it hit me hard, for real. So if you can talk on that, and Bison has his own based on what he said, and then before we get into the feminism,
small water.
Why is drinking small water, guys? Can you share the video? Palm hearts, please.
My throat. May I wet my foot down?
I know. Step it down. Step it down.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dele. I think that is a very important question, and I'm glad you had to go back there so I could buttress on it a little bit. This is the way I would take it, even before broadening the concept of marriage. Right? We are humans, and one of the strongest denominator of human, for all living things, right, is to survive.
Mm-hmm.
We all want to survive. Now, when you come now to marriage, the strongest denominator in marriage is commitment.
Yeah.
When you commit, a marriage is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for people who are, I would say we have different definitions, because some people are Christian, or different beliefs. I should not say definition, different beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think personally, marriage is an institution where two people come together and they commit themselves that we are going to make this thing work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And God bless these people. I think the Bible said, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you find a wife, you find a good thing, and blessing comes from so many different angles from God. But now, if you do not understand the meaning of the concept of marriage, how are you going to obtain that favor from God?
Well, like you're writing an exam, they just take you for arts class, go put you somewhere, write for that maths exam.
Yeah.
You write a name for paper, write a date, then just look place.
Exactly.
And then they expect for pass whatever the result.
You expect the favor from God.
So when you comprehend the true meaning of marriage, right, then you will know how to go about it. Marriage is not a bed of roses, but it shouldn't be built on a place of thorns. You get that, right? It's a beautiful thing. It's not rosy. It's not like other glammy like other, because the two people who came together, they came from different backgrounds, different upbringings, different perspective, different view of life. So there is no way there will not be miscommunication, misunderstanding of words. But now, how can you make sure that, how can you communicate? How can you respect each and everyone's perspective or their views about life? When we understand that, then we are going to have a very amazing marriage. For us that we talk about marriage, like when couples have misunderstanding, right? There is this therapy that people mostly use. I've used it as well. That is emotional focus therapy. Like, because when you look at where 99% of problems arise from marriage, it's from emotions. You do not understand where I speak from. You do not understand where I'm speaking. Like, we have the trigger, like the whole environment becomes so chaotic, and we don't like, because we don't know what is happening. Okay, but if we understand these things, right, it's good. We are going to have a very beautiful and togetherness or marriage. But first, we have to understand the concept.
Right.
Can we get married for the right reason? Can we get married for the right reason? So I think just to take it a little bit further, one of the best reasons that I would say for you to get married, maybe I'll just outline three. Know who you are. Know your values. Know what you stand for. And when you know who you are, it's easy for you to bring someone into your circle. It's very easy for you to bring someone into your circle. But when you keep bringing in people who do not match your values, what is the outcome? The outcome is going to be weak. So bring people into your life, like people who have, it doesn't have to be 10 on 10, but can they see it from your perspective? Can they commit just like you are trying to commit?
Right.
If they cannot, if they cannot, then it's a ticket for divorce already.
Excellent.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's just it. That's just it. I don't know if I answered the question correctly.
You did. Bison is going to say some things on his own part, just to say that I'm going to give more like a summary of all the points. So I don't want to interrupt with with what I have, just to add to the points that you people are giving. Bison, yours, I would love you talked about powerfully availability of divorce accessories. I love the way you put it. It's beautifully put. That's the best way I've heard anybody put. Like, divorce accessories is just there around. Any small thing is just easy. I think one of the divorce accessories, which I think you just kind of you touched on, not you didn't go deep on it, is feminism. Women, well, toxic feminism, I would say, because we have to know where to draw the line. And I've scrolled through the comments to see what the guy said. It was in line with what you were saying. I didn't see the comments because, of course, many comments have gone up. I need you to talk on to let a lot of, the listeners, and put it in your own words, the best way you know, and how feminism, toxic feminism, and the idea of equality is giving rise to the so many divorces that nowadays. Now, I need our viewers to understand that we are talking about the different, and especially if you're just joining, we're talking about the different reasons why these divorce rates are so high, and or the marriages nowadays are so short-lived. So it's not just about people getting divorced, because in those days we used to have divorces, no doubt. The rates were really low. However, you would rarely hear that somebody got married and got divorced after 3 months. But nowadays, people get married and divorced after 3 days. We know of loads of them, and especially with the celebrities. But we're not zooming in on them anyways. So just so that we know, don't think, okay, when we say feminism, it means that that's the only reason. We're giving loads of these reasons. So that's, I had to make that clear, because I noticed some other persons have joined and they might not get to understand. So Bison, please, over to you, and really, please, if you can hit hard on that. And then
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Deli. The thing is, as us humans, what happens is that when we find ourselves guilty of something, instead of us changing for the better, instead we want to make the habit or the attitude or the behavior become popular, so that people will see us as an exception. And yeah, this is what has come to destroy this wonderful word feminism. It's a wonderful thing. when I first heard of feminism, like online randomly, I didn't have any respect for this word. I didn't like the word because the society in which I was reading from, not a direct definition of the word, but the way it was being used. I derived a definition from the word, the way the society, especially on social media, were using this word. And then I had a very, very toxic definition of the word feminism. And then debates came on, and then I said, no, I can't rely on these people. I don't think this definition is right. I took time, this was like 2 years ago. I did a little bit of research on this feminism. How did it come about? And what's the main reason behind it? And then I came to realize that it has nothing to do with what married people or divorced people or it has nothing to do about it. Without taking much going out of topic on that side, I will just give a simple explanation that feminism was, the equality in it was tax-based. If a male doctor earns 10,000 francs in a month, a female doctor should earn 10,000 francs as well as the male. It was much more about task-based. It didn't come to switch gender roles, especially when it comes to domestic issues. Feminism didn't come to switch gender roles. It didn't come to switch to make, because there's this woman who is divorced, living alone, and when she wants to cook, she has no man to split wood for her. She has to go do it on her own. And then she tries now to make every other married woman who is enjoying the comfort of their husband, who splits wood for them, and she does the cooking. This is a division of labor. The man will split wood for the wife, and the wife does the cooking because he sees this job as a manly one. And it's so hard for his wife. Oh, I'm going to do it. Baby, you do the cooking. And this woman who is living alone has no one to cook for or to split firewood for her. She will say, I broke my firewood one, I cook my, I need cook chop and no man picking. This is how it is. It's just an example.
No, I'm not. It's just making fun of it.
I really want to take it from the basis so that people really understand where I'm coming from.
I get you.
So it has nothing to do with feminism. Now, they have brought this into marriage. They have made women to know that submission is not the place of a woman. Well, I don't know who I was talking to. Maybe I made this comment somewhere, and I said, submission to me, I've given my own definition of submission because what I understand marriage to be, submission, practically, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't mean a woman it's a slave to a man, or the man is a slave master. To me, submission, it's just an application. To me, submission, another word which this is not for English right now because Deli, you gave me the permission, you said in my own words. So I'm on that ground of using my own words. So nobody should refer me to English. But I say submission is the synonym for submission in Bison's dictionary is the validator. You understand?
Validator. Okay.
Yes. The woman submits. It means she validates. What do I mean by that? You are with your wife at home. The man, you make the decision. I have decided that, or I am suggesting that we are going to live in a 2-bedroom house as from next month. Now, what does the woman, what does she do? She validates it, the suggestion. You know? So these are two different roles that because there is another woman who is living in her home alone, she makes the suggestions alone and she validates it alone. She shouldn't go and corrupt the other woman who has someone to make the suggestion for her to validate, and tries to tell her that, no, leave me to suggest, you to suggest. Because we actually, men, of course, men never tell. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Never tell their mates. Yeah,
sorry.
For us men, the good thing is, I've listened to so many married men. They want to do something, but my mother no agree. Most of my friends around me, they are married. Sometimes I want to talk something, but my mother no agree. You know, but these are women I know that submit to their husband. And that's why I use the word validator. They are the one that validates anything that happens in their home. You know? So that's just how. So
I get the word now. I get you.
Yeah, you get how you get how. That's why I prefer using that word.
Right.
And because if we keep sticking on this word, that submission, people, the bitter toxic feminists, they will say it means the woman should bow, should do this. Of course, some of these gestures are honorable. They are romantic. Just like how a man.
This one that move romance.
Yeah, don't mind Emma used to say, "I'll not be romantic." Just like how a man kneels down to propose to a woman, this doesn't make the man a slave and the woman a slave mistress. It is a romantic gesture. It is a romantic gesture. So if a woman decides that today I'm gonna go on my knees in serving my husband, you, that woman who have refused to do that to your husband, you come as a toxic feminist to look at that woman that she's been treated as a slave, which is very, very wrong. Right. And another thing which I want people to understand is marriage is like it's something that we can't give a global definition when we really have to go specific, because people, according to how their home is, they make their plans according to their convenience.
Yeah.
And according to their skills and their strength and weaknesses. We can say normally, I'll give an example, like in every regular home, the woman is doing the cooking and the man is, another difficult thing. Maybe you have to change the bulb in the house, things that is strenuous and things like that. Okay, in a home where maybe the woman, she doesn't know how to cook, or maybe she doesn't like cooking, but her husband accepts her that way. And he say, no, baby, you don't know how to cook. I will be doing the cooking. You shouldn't sit from the outside and you start condemning that home, that woman is a bad woman, or the man is, because they have found out what works for them and they are enjoying their marriage just like that. So feminists this is another example I'm telling them, that they sit from the outside and they want to make every woman to suffer from their poor attitude, how they have disrespected men, how they don't want to play their roles as queens. They want to be kings. And from the last time we listened to Pastor Jesse Song, he told us here that we men, if you try to stand with the same level, what do? We fight. If you want to match us with the same level, we fight. And if you bring yourself lower to us, we know it's our responsibility to take care of you, to treat you like a woman. Below us doesn't mean you are being less than a human being, but we know women as those things we treat like babies. We have to pet them and things like that. So this is how much this feminism, I don't know if I really told you what you did.
However, I just wanted to ask, based on what you said, the woman is the what word? Approver, or what did you say?
The validator.
Validator. So does it mean that the woman cannot suggest something and then the man also validates it and she's still seen as she's submissive?
Of course she can. I just told you that it depends on the man and the woman's strengths and weaknesses. You know, if you're with your man at home, you know what he's good at.
No, right? Now you strong for broke firewood instead.
Yeah. Yes, yes. You see, you are with your man. You know what he's good at. You know, see, for this, when it concerns finance, when it concerns maintenance, when it concerns creativity, he thinks best.
Yeah.
Maybe suggest what you think so if you do, or maybe you know that your wife, she's good at this, and you're in this problem. You suggest it. She validates it. You have to take a decision. There are decisions that you want. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Denzel, if you want to add, I don't know if just go ahead. Let's chit chat on this. Yeah.
Okay, good. I think I totally agree with what my brother Bison is saying. A lot of people have a poor understanding of the word submission. So when it comes to marriage, I think it goes both ways. The man is submissive, the woman is submissive.
Yes.
The woman, you people are living together. The woman comes a million times to you. Hey, babes, my mom is coming this weekend. You accept that. Submission is like approval. It's accept. You know, you agree. That's submission. Mm-hmm. Okay, that is the way I see it, and I believe this is the right way to tackle it, because two people are living together. The woman comes in with her own perspective. The man comes in with her own. They put it together. They agree. But when they have a loggerhead, it doesn't work like that. Okay, so I think it goes both ways, just like Bison accept as you were trying to find out, Delhi. It goes both ways. I am here with my woman. She comes up with stuff. I approve them. It goes. I come up with stuff. She approves them. It goes. You know, that's submission. It has to be from both sides. It's just that the man is like the head, while the woman is like the neck. You know, like the head cannot turn without the neck. You understand? So those two things, it goes. I just feel like it's a poor understanding of the word. And because we talk about accessories, if we start to question words, like look for some certain words, their meaning, your synonyms, and you apply them, has it worked? Yeah. You know, but honestly, if you put something on social media now, like women are supposed to be submissive, they will chop you raw.
They'll chop
without
you.
Even sitting, try to rationalize that word and understand, how does it go? How does it work? First things of people will come make the man to submit. We didn't say the man should not submit. Because we are living in a world where people want to always defend. People want to defend all the time. But if you could see, you understand those words, what it means, I think there will be no problem. I submit, and I'm proud to say that I submit. I don't have all answers to all the questions. I submit.
Of course. Okay. And Delhi, just to round up, sorry.
No, leave me talk to you, so
my job, you don't start again. So the thing is that if you look at because I just want people, let's understand something that I understand about women. It's not like because she's validating the point, it means it must work out correctly. There is a level of confidence a man has when he wants to do something that has been approved by his wife.
Mm-hmm.
There is a level of confidence he goes along in doing it. It doesn't really mean that it must be the right decision, even though it was taken by both of them. It must be the right thing. But the assurance is that women that I know, 99% of married women whose consent was sought before taking a certain decision, if it fails, she will go down that road with you. 99% of women. If it fails, maybe you guys had some money and you were thinking on what to invest it on. If your woman says, let's invest it on this, and you do it with all confidence and you lose your money, she will go down that road with you to work for more money.
All right, Bison, thank you so much. I need to get Emma come on here, but before I get her come on here, because at that point in time, I wanted to also talk about, to get into this bit. It just came on officially like that. So we talked on feminism and then we entered submission. Now, another one of the reasons that is causing a lot of divorces, just like Denzel said, there is no understanding of marriages. And in my opinion, I said my opinion, I think that there are roles and responsibilities of both parties in marriage that when it is not met, when people are not doing their roles, just like we've said, it becomes a problem, and then before long the marriage is going down the drain. Now, these roles and responsibilities that you as a woman is carrying out is how much you submit in your home. The roles of the man is how much you love. Now, I think that most often we talk about submission, we don't talk about the love part. And if it's just like you're building one muscle, yes, it is not dependent on the other, and I'm of that school of thought that it is a way of show. Okay, so God has given us roles and responsibilities in marriage, and then I as a wife will carry on my roles and responsibilities in the channel of submission, in the container of submission, under the umbrella of submission. The husband, my husband on his part, will carry on his roles and his responsibilities under the umbrella of love. And that's how I see it. Now, we talk, if you notice, the most part of the debates, in fact, a lot of the times, is always about submission and about submission. Yeah. I wanted us to talk about submission. But the thing that I do not completely agree, or I have a different, let me take a different tangent, is the fact that the man is submitting, the woman is submitting. The man is agreeing to some things. Well, if we start mixing the word submission to say, oh, the man is submitting, the woman is submitting, then we might miss it. So let me say that when you get to the level of a decision making in the family, and the woman proposes an idea, the man proposes an idea, both of them really don't get it. Submission entails that the woman goes with that which the man is asking. And if we are trying to use the word equality, because it's going to be like equality, oh, the man can do, the woman can do. I'm just saying that if we have a tie, we go with the man. That was just trying to buttress what you people have been saying. Just so we see let us see the rightful definition. Submission means to be at the bottom, but not necessarily mean that you being at the bottom, not bottom anyways, but below. But not necessarily meaning that the being at the bottom is not as important. It is very important. Just so that if we do not clearly define it and put these terms in perspective, in the appropriate terms, when we get to the level of love, the woman will just mix it. The man should love, the woman too should love. We should also understand that it's not the same like, would all we forget the peace now, but we'll get different channel for peace. So also the peace now, the same style way we woman the peace. But do we peace at the end of the day? We do. Just so that's why I'm saying I need the terms to be put in their appropriate places, and to know when they don't, when you don't go overboard, when we are going overboard. Because if we just sit here and say, oh, the man too should submit and all of that, we might be doing ourselves a disservice or might be passing the wrong signals out there. But again, we understand, and I know that we all understand exactly what we are saying. I want us to touch on submission again and the love bit. But Emma will come and really talk on the love. I need Emma to come and talk about the love side. Like when they say a woman should submit and they talk about the man should love, what do you understand by that?
See,
what do you understand?
I'm sorry. I really wish to talk on something else, honestly, because
not on this submission and love.
No, the submission and all of this. I think Bisong and Denzel, they have said a lot on submission that they've put it in a way that I really love it. And I have this impression if people were looking at submission like that, would have had little or no problem. Because, I do not agree like a man is submitting, a woman is submitting kind of, because that's a woman's, get it. But to put all of what they have said in a basket, you will discover that it simply means submission does not mean subjugation.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's just
exactly
where we're driving to. It doesn't mean subjugation. It doesn't mean you are a slave to your husband because you need to submit. And that's the problem. People have been misinterpreting the meaning of submission from both ends. Submission, a man thinks when they tell you get for submit, the Bible says you should submit. It means I can just do anything. And you're just like, yes, sir. That is why we also have a lot of divorces, because you've said a lot of yes, sir, that you can no longer take it. But I think what Bison and Denzel said, not like the man is submitting, but it simply means the man knows that
Yeah.
if you have a tie 50 times, it doesn't mean all that 50 times because I'm the man, my own must go. There is a time when it can go my woman's way.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, because it's fine. You know, I would have loved to really talk about the love thing, like you said. You know, for my school of thought, it goes together because I feel like where there is no love, that's where we have domestic violence. That's where we have all of this. And where there is domestic violence, it's now difficult for somebody to start talking about
I would
submission.
say we should talk about it because we always talk about submission. And
Yeah.
most likely, because now you're saying they are misinterpreting submission, which is true. A lot of us, plenty people, oh, they don't understand it. But
Yeah.
again, they really don't understand it because somehow they're only talking about submission. They gave responsibilities to both people. And
Yeah,
do you really think now we're misinterpreting it? Do you really think we understand the love that they've asked the men to love the women? Do you think that we understand that as well? Because
okay, sorry.
these are the responsibilities to be carried out in marriage, and when it's not carried out, the marriage is bound to break. So if we talk about submission, let's talk about the love. That's why I want us to touch on that as well. So, but if you don't want to talk about the love bit, it's fair enough. But we have to talk about it so that it gets balanced.
I think, you know, it's important. You know, the reason why all of this is because I'm looking at the time, right? And there is really something, you know, I started talking about this king and queen stuff. Honestly, I'm dying to talk about this thing. And
okay, so we leave it for late to we take it like push it for a different topic or so, not get to talk about it.
The feminism, because it's feminism, I really want to talk about feminism.
God. Are we going to go back to feminism?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it.
So I'll leave
misinterpretation about feminism. And I feel like, you know, I really want to talk about this. So I don't know, what do you think? Do you want to take it out completely and let me concentrate on the love, which I might not have much to talk about?
Can I talk about the love issue on the love? Can I talk on the love part a little bit?
Yeah, you're going to talk on the love part. So, okay, let's see. Because feminism is really, I want us to take our time and talk about it. Maybe we get it on as a topic on its own.
Okay.
Or what do you think, guys?
Yeah, we can discuss feminism on its own, probably in another section.
Okay. Yeah, so that we can really dissect it now and go, because if you want to talk about it at the end of the day, because we started on submission already.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you talk feminism now, based on that. So you can still talk on the submission if you don't mind, but let's just stick on this bit, not get out of it again.
Okay. So going back to this submission stuff, like I said, submission is not subjugation. Thanks, Lillian Combe, for writing it, because those are two different stuffs. And this misinterpretation is what is killing people out there. You know, when they talk about submission, the man is misinterpreting it, the woman is misinterpreting it. So by the time a woman hears, you need to submit, the man should submit too. You see, like Denzel mentioned. Because the first thing that comes to mind is slavery. The first thing that comes to mind is a woman has no voice. The first thing that comes to mind is a woman needs to shut up and listen. That's the problem. That's why it's misinterpreted. Now, looking at
sometimes I really like to is it like that? Like people really think that way.
Yes, it is actually.
Yeah, people do. Of course.
It is.
People really sit and say that.
Yeah, a lot. Submission has been misinterpreted. Yeah. Submission has been taken to be subjugation. Actually, that's the worst. And that's why when people get to talk about submission, I mean, it's too much. See, I'm even surprised you don't know.
I mean, like, you know how you feel like people are the world has been so, I mean, like, do we say we're too advanced to understand that submission is not subjugation?
You see this submission topic, I feel like they need a workshop for submission where people need to be serious. See, it has been misinterpreted to a fault. Submission is something that I need to feel good while doing it.
Yes.
In as much as it is a duty given to me by God, it's the same like love. A man has been assigned to love the woman, but you will not force this man to love a woman he doesn't feel for. It's the same thing with submission. That is why they say, choose your submission wisely. If I am submitting, Bison said something. If I need to kneel down and give water for my husband to wash his hands, I should be enjoying it. Sweetheart, this is water for you. Watch your, enjoy. If somebody even says stand up, you want to have a problem with that person. This is how you want to feel it. If I need to sit and watch my husband eating and smiling, it should come from within, from inside. Not because the day we got married, my husband gave rules and regulations, or my mother-in-law came to the house and gave me rules and regulations, such that I need to go and read them before I come and treat my husband. That's a problem. I am now working under subjugation. It's like you have to do this. But that thing is supposed to be a natural thing. From the day we get married. And that's why they get married to your friend. You will submit without even noticing you're submitting. You will not. People will be the one telling you, you know, say this they do as a submission. For those people who are saying, I cannot submit to a man, I cannot submit. You'll be surprised that you've been submitting since the day you were born.
Exactly.
Especially if you find yourself in the right relationship. Trust me. Do not get married to a man because you want to marry some gigolo where you don't need man for your life. You will never submit. No lie. You don't ever submit. Because the fact that you feel that you're the one bringing the money, you feel that you're the one taking care of this man, you will never fully submit to this man. The man in Mogo will say, shh. The man will be the one submitting. Now, I want to talk about this love issue. If you look at this direction of love, I am that school of thought who thinks that there was a reason why these two Bible verses were actually placed together. It means they go together. They go together. It can hardly be so independent. And why am I saying hardly be so independent? I know, like the lead rightly says, you don't submit because he loves you or something like that. But I want to use logic in this whole thing so that you might end up understanding what I'm saying when I say it has to go hand in gloves. Now, you come to get married to me. You come out of love. You came because you love me. And that's why you're coming to get married to me, except you're coming for the wrong reasons. But you're coming because you love me. So what is the first move? There is already love in the whole issue. And now what is the second move? I will accept you if I have that same feeling for you, and if I am able to submit to you. I'll accept you if I can submit to your vision. And now two people come together. Why I say these things go together is because they say subsequently in the relationship, it can change, which is understandable. People can change. The husband who was such a loving husband can now become somebody else. The woman who was such a submissive woman can now become something else. But I want us to look at it this way. Can you imagine that in the middle of our relationship, the man, love is out of the question. You know, even the Bible says love is the greatest. Love gets completely out of the equation. Do we know why there's domestic violence? Because there's lack of love. There's no way you say you love someone. Yes, you can violate that person to an extent that that person is even deformed. You cannot recognize that person. There's no way you can love a man so much, and then you start saying that you're giving him emotional blackmail and all of this and that violence, that emotional violence too. So where there's no love, those things start coming in. And imagine that for 5 years, you're living with a man who doesn't love you and who is violating you. Physically, emotionally, everything we can imagine when it comes to violence. And then you try to confide to someone, telling the person, because of this, unfortunately, I find it difficult to submit to my husband. I am going to use the word submission as a whole. But in essence, what is this woman saying? Because of this, I have so much difficulties sitting and talking with my husband like husband and wife. I have so much difficulties even trying to follow his leading, his leadership, because where he's even leading me to, I don't understand. I find it difficulty to submit because he's now thinking I am a slave. I know of somebody, guess what? If they are to travel from Germany to Italy, or they are to travel from where to where, This woman has to carry pots along with her in the car, because no matter the time the husband wants to eat fufu, even it's at 3 a.m., she has to go to the kitchen and she prepares that fufu for him. Are we going to call that submission, like for 5 years? That's submission. Yet she's complaining and we want to say submission? Submission is not something you do under duress. Submission
Emma, yeah, I get you. I get that. Okay, let me come in, please. Let me come in there because I'm looking at the time and we need to touch some other things. Okay. I get that.
Today, sister.
Yeah. No, I mean, so we need to round up on not just that one. It's echoing, right? Can you people mute your mic, please? Is it? Yes, I think it's okay now. So please, I was just trying to say something based on what Emma has said. Submission and love are two independent concepts. They're not dependent on the other. One will help the other, but it doesn't mean the Bible did not say that we should submit if the man loves you, or to love if the woman submits to you. He said, wives, submit to your husbands. Husbands, love your wife. The one will help the other. Remember, and that's why I always say, before you get married, choose your submission wisely. Because when you don't choose your submission wisely, you are bound to submit to whatever you go and meet in there. Let us be clear on that, because at the end of the day, people would make any kind of choices and then go and start saying, I cannot submit to this choice. It starts with the choice you make. Submission, these are two independent concepts. One could just help the other. When Christ died for us, he said, while we were yet sinners, he demonstrated love. He did not die when we were perfect to say, okay, I would have. That's perfect love. And that's why I wanted us to zoom on that this is perfect love that he's showing. If we were supposed to be perfect before Christ died, it means that it would have been dependent. His love for us was not dependent on our being perfect or not. I just need us to make that point clear. So when you go with that mindset, let me just round up, sis. When you go with that mindset in marriage, I am busy submitting and doing that my own role. My husband is busy loving and doing my own role, because if we wait for each other, we might miss out. There are times when your husband could become unbecoming. Your wife could become unbecoming. If you only go by it, conditions are very favorable for me to do what I've been called to do, marriages will break. I needed to add that into it, because it is not, yes, if you look at the things you've said, it has more to do with the partner and the choice you made for marriage than what you're facing in the marriage. It has more to do with it. So that's why I said, before you get married, choose it wisely. Because that person, you said something about submission, which is true, that you should submit in love, in joy, happily. So the person is going to do all of that. Some person, they were in no mind for carry fufu flask. As some women will instead be angry. You see that point of carrying flask and fufu. Some woman go the vex you to go buy chocolate restaurant. That's if you people are traveling, because saying they're traveling. There's another woman who will be so angry, so bitter, and so annoyed if you carry that fufu. So you go to that restaurant or you go order chocolate, you say, I will take my fufu. So you see, say that the issue is not even the fufu thing. It is what she does. Wait till he be choose. That's her the choice she made. There's another woman.
It's not about the choice. You see,
it's about the choice, sister. It's about the choice.
See, no, sorry. I mean, what I meant is, it's not just about the choice. See, you're repeating what you said in the beginning. You said in the beginning that your school of thought says that it's independent, and my school of thought says it goes hand in hand.
We are not just going by school of thought. We're looking about what now. We talk the scripture now. Where are we taking this from the Bible, right?
Let me learn. When I started talking, I started with the scripture too, and you went out, and I said there was a reason why these scriptures came together in the same chapter. There was a reason for it.
Yeah,
there was a reason why the Bible says, men, love your wife, women this. If it doesn't go together, there's no need to give people responsibility standing together when I two stand so now your responsibility this, now your own this. The Bible must not say if.
They were talking about a man and a woman, so they were talking about couples, so they could not have separated it. They were not talking about singles. They were talking about couples. So if you are giving that as a logic,
Can
no,
I
see, why you make some point now? Yeah, why you make some point now? Somebody can come in. I'm just saying the logic way the way you use and
you're coming in when I've not landed, so you say a lot of things and maybe repeat even some things that I've
okay,
said.
go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you understood it like they were talking to couples or something like that. But we are talking, and we're talking to singles here too.
But they'll become couples. This is for marriage. This is for marriage, sister. It's not for singles to go and use it by themselves.
Okay,
for
yeah,
marriage.
you're right. This is for marriage. Yeah, you're right. This is for marriage. But do you know that I also mentioned? I said somewhere when you people are married along the line and people change. That's why I was giving an example before you came in. And then your husband changes. That's why I said somebody becomes violent. That's why I said a woman becomes disrespectful. So will you start telling people, no, because of all of these changes, no matter what, submit? And I keep telling you, I gave a time frame. I gave a time frame. I said somebody.
You gave a time frame for what? For what? Say that again, please.
I said somebody might do this for so long, but they'll not be able to take it. And since
But
we are talking about
divorce come into place now, sis. We're talking about divorce.
Well, sister, since we are talking about divorce, now so divorce go take come right. So I mean, at the same time, talk, you the one take out my mom. The one say you leave a man land, you the one take out my mom.
I don't want to leave a mail now. You don't talk. So that's why. Matter of fact, you the instead called me because you have been speaking. I came in. No.
No matter what, you cannot be taking.
I'm looking at the time, sister. Where see, let me say something. I'm looking at the time. You've taken out time. You've spoken. I even went out and I came back.
No, you cut me. Go on. You cut me. It's okay. Go on.
Mute yourself, please. You've taken out time, you've spoken. I went out of the screen. I cut you because it was getting long. And I had, look at the time. We have 2 hours, 15 minutes. How many minutes? And they still have to do one round. So I was talking about that point. You don't make the major point. That's why I was coming in. It's not as if you started and I cut you because you spoke for long. You understand now? You didn't speak for long.
No.
Okay, it's all right. It's okay. My bad then.
Close to 20 minutes. I was talking about time. I want to talk for how many minutes? You can't stop me say I talk for long. I don't talk for long. So
okay, my bad. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
So I didn't talk for long.
It's okay.
I think we are having a very a beautiful show, and we have touched the point where a lot of people really need to get some understanding, and that's why we are still dragging left and right, which is a beautiful thing. Submission and love, right? Okay, this is, I don't know if it's my final point, but this is the way I want to put it now. And this is the way I will go about it. Yes, from the Bible, from the scripture, we talk about women submit to your wife and men love your wife. As what? As Christ loved the church, right? Yeah. Okay, now we have to be very rational. We're humans. If your man does not lead you as Christ loved the church, how can you be submissive to this who doesn't lead?
I don't get it, honestly.
What did you choose at the beginning of it? Now, what are we saying? What are they? We are talking about the reasons why divorces are happening.
Yes.
Now, what keeps the marriage? It is submission and the love. We are saying that you come in marriage and you play your role. The man also plays his role. Talking about when they are not playing their roles are different.
His role, let's say he's not playing his role as
that's a different thing altogether. We were talking about submission. We talk about submission. Let me say something. We talk about submission. Sorry, guys, I have to come here because I need to charge my phone, okay? Just bear with me with how I'm hanging. We're talking about submission. We're saying that you get into marriage, right? You play a role. The man is playing his own role. Those are the two things. I was bringing in the idea of submission and marriage in the sense that these two people don't play their roles. That is why the marriage is breaking. So remember, we're looking at why divorces are happening. So I'm saying that this is the reason. Somebody has gotten there. We're looking at the roles. What has God asked you to be doing as a wife? The man, what has God asked you to be doing as a husband? Are you doing that which God has asked you to be doing as a husband? Is the wife doing it? So the two of them, the man might not even be the problem. Let's say the man might not be the problem. Then the woman too is not doing her role. Once the marriage break,
of course it's going to break.
It doesn't necessarily mean that the man must be abusing her before anything. The man might really still be there. I'll give the example of Samson. Samson loved Delilah with all of her strength. Did it still work? You understand? So I was talking about the rules. That's why I keep saying that this issue of those are exceptional cases that, oh, abuse don't come into marriage now. You understand? And then something is happening, or the cheating don't come, and all those excesses, those that we're looking at. I was looking at the role of love. That's why I was saying that may they explain love for people in the terms where they feel understand them, as just as we don't talk about submission.
Yeah, that's where I want to go now. That's the direction I want to go now. Yeah. Okay. Now, is it okay?
No, I want to move you to the center.
Okay, good. Thank you. Now let's try to. I want us to focus on the love part a little bit, and I'm really calling on the men that are on, like, they're watching, they're listening to us right now. What is love? Love is a verb. But for people who thinks really well, let me put it like to say, love is a verb, and a verb is an action word. For people who think really well, who goes deep into words, love is more than just a verb. Love is a service. Love is selfless. And when you are being at a service, to somebody, you are loving that person, right? When you are rendering a service to someone, you become selfless. And until we see love as a selfless journey, not as a journey of torment, then we are going to be real men. So I'm calling men. Now I'm going to put it this way. So men might not like it, but I'll call on men to put a little bit of submission on their side.
Thank you, Denzel. I agree with you.
I want them to hold love the whole your face, the whole submission beside you.
I don't agree with you.
It's okay, Deli. It's okay.
Yes, and it's okay. So let's go. You go. I'm just saying I don't agree.
I don't agree.
This is what I have to say.
I don't agree.
I don't agree.
This is what I have to say. When you look at the nature of men and women, men have been king from the beginning of creation, right? We are already used to being king. And now, when you take a man, I mean, like, what, he's still a king anyway. So if he doesn't realize that he can come down once in a while from that kingship, that house is going to be a chaos. Take, for example, Dele, if
kings don't step down. Kings don't step down.
It's not stepping down. It's not stepping down. What
you've explained is stepping down. But just go on. I'm just saying that it's okay, your point, but I'm just telling you mine as well, that your explanation, it doesn't, you need to say, is it okay? I didn't say no. It's not okay for me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, that's good. That's why we are here. So we share different perspective. That's why we are here. So I believe that men should go a little bit with the submissive. They should have a submissive package with them, because they are the leader. And like Bison Riley said, like, it's a validator, right? You agree. So I'm saying that men should have a little bit of submissive spirit in them, because if you do not have that, there will be problems. Because you are living, and that's why when you look at emotional focus therapy, right, it's more on the emotion. Things have really evolved, especially in the counseling field. If I'm not leading in the right way, the person I'm leading is going to fail.
Right.
And that person can only persevere for as long as only God knows. They will wake up one day and say no. So, I mean, we all should try to lead in the ways of God as Christ loved the church. If we love your wife in that manner, let me put, like, if you love your wife, why would you want to torment her?
Exactly. I don't get the whole thing.
That's why I'm saying that focus on love. The love bit. Wait, I don't know if Bison wants to speak. You see the issue of the submission I'm saying. I don't want us to divert roles, because the role for the man is to love. If you understand the meaning of love, you will not be taking submission and putting into love. If you understand the meaning of submission, you will not be taking submission and putting. If the two were just the same, like you're mixing, right? God would not have specified it, or let's say Apostle Paul wouldn't have specified it. Remember, we're trying to look at, normally we're looking at the different roles, different reasons, but we just hit hard on this one because it's a highly misunderstood conception. That's what I'm saying. When you're saying the man is loving as Christ loves and should still carry a bit of submission, it's just showing that
because submission is agreeable. You need to it's agreeing. You just need to, let me give you an example. When I came to Switzerland, right, I was so desperate to have a job. I couldn't speak German properly. There was a job as to work as to do this forklift driving. When I came, I was so desperate, and I told my lady, like, I need to go and do this, to go and learn this thing. And she said, you cannot speak German. If you go do this test, you will fail, and you have to pay for the test. This is a 4-day. This is a 4-day test. The cost was 1,000. Let me say an equivalent of 1,400 euro. I had to remove my own personal money and pay for that course. I went for that course. I failed. In 4 days, I lost close about, let me say, almost $1 million in 4 days. So this is what I'm like. If I had listened to her, if I had agreed with her, right, I wouldn't have lost that money. So this is why I'm saying, as men, we have to listen and agree to our partner sometimes.
I'd agree with you, Ditokan, but you are using when you use submission, it becomes a different thing altogether. The thing about it was the love, to love her enough to know that what she's saying is right as well. I'm trying to say that these two concepts were given independently. This person take it on, this person take it on. So yes, you have to. You people are talking about when people have changed and there's domestic violence. Domestic violence are exceptional cases. That's why we're talking about it.
They're not exceptional.
Indiscriminate.
When you're talking about submission.
Sorry?
It's part of marriage. You cannot be saying it's exceptional. It's part of marriage.
Now, let me say something. See, because when we use domestic violence, like that is the only extra for marriage. Domestic violence, how many marriages they get domestic violence, then we ought to say they won't not be submitted because of domestic violence. Because when we only keep Emma, wait, let me just speak a bit. When we only keep saying when there's domestic violence, that's the only thing. There are women who don't submit even when there's no domestic violence. I'm just saying that these are concepts that have been given to show the true test of marriage. You get into marriage, your husband is not even doing the things he's supposed to be doing. You are still submitting. Forget exceptional domestic violence. That one, domestic violence. You say even counselor or everybody would tell you, say, I beg run. You want to run because you're saving a life. Those are extreme cases. There are men. I gave this case of Samson. There are men who love, provide, do all of those things. The woman still doesn't submit. It wasn't even at the level of domestic violences. Because if you limit it to, they beat the woman, we will miss out on the other things that the woman might be doing or the man might be doing that or not seeing it. Because each time they just put domestic violence, all man did you want to leave your responsibility where we get to the one. Because that is the true essence of love, to be able to even love when it is not, the circumstances don't. Even Bible tells us, say if you only love the people who love you, not be loved. Because even people, the way they don't know God, they love the people the way they love them. I'm trying us to get to a point where we don't understand marriage. That's why we're arguing concepts. We don't understand. That's why I asked you to define it at the beginning. Because if we understand that the fact that my husband at this point is not doing these things, it doesn't mean I should stop. We will go more further. We'll spend years in marriages. The fact that my wife is not meeting up these responsibilities, even though she is doing this, I am being called to love her regardless. It would take us miles. Because I've noticed that each time we are talking about this thing, we just take domestic violence, bam, it just shut the conversation, and we don't even see the different aspects of love and submission. You're talking about what your wife is doing. It is Denzel loving the wife unconditionally. When you love your wife, submissive to your sold out, not submissive, sold out. You're sold out to the marriage. You love your wife. That is what happens. When you go to talk for you, listen to it too. So it not mean Nana say submission. That's why I say we are mixing the concept of the concepts all together. Another tongue I say no, may they not do and bed. Now when you're doing it, they like I thought, say you feel eat bread alone. You can eat bread empty, right? That's how I understand it. If you put butter and chocolate, what's going to happen? It will just make a bit more yummy. That is where now the two now come in. Say if I'm submitting, my husband is loving me. The two, that means it becomes more yummy. But it doesn't mean I cannot eat chocolate alone. I cannot eat bread alone all by itself. Let's get it right. Otherwise, we go to mix them up. Now that was the point I was trying to make. Not that people should be dying in domestic marriages, and then we are making.
I think I agree with you. My only point is I want us to be practical, right? I do not see the chances where if someone is not leading in the right way, someone will submit to that person. Not necessarily mean that you should not. But I'm just trying to be practical. I do not do that if you are not. We are humans. The way these are the emotions, the primary, secondary, and vulnerable emotions. These things are not really in order. I'm human too. If you are not leading in the right way, I can pretend for the next 5 years, number 6 is going to break out.
Yeah.
But I totally agree with what you're saying. That is the way it is supposed to be. Because
I have a question there. Please, maybe you answer the question. I have a question, please. I have a question about this use of word, because each time Denzel uses the word submission for a man, which, like I said in the beginning, I will not say a man submits, but I think I totally understand why Denzel is bringing that word in the side of a man. And this is my question. Now, like Deli keeps saying, these are roles and they were given separately. Like we shouldn't mix them up, right? A woman was asked to submit. A man was asked to love, right? Does it change the fact that a woman is not expected to come with love in her relationship? Does she go sans emotions, like no emotions?
I don't think so.
The love you're talking about, Emma, is not the love. Love is in 3 different forms.
Now don't differentiate now love now for the matter now.
Yes, I want to tell you, because maybe you ask a question now. Now me and be some people the thing, and I tell you. There are 3 different kinds of love. One is eros love, one is agape love, and the other is filial. Yeah. The love that we're talking about is agape. The one you're expecting that the woman comes with is eros, which is a most erotic love. And the woman comes with it is not the love that the man has been called to do. They say Christ loves the church. When we talk about love, we box them all in one concept, but it is different. And I always tell you people that I'm particular with words. And I know that I try to distinguish them, because if we put everything together, we'll be talking about love, where we mean different things.
Mm-hmm. Well, Deli, thank you. And Denzel, and Emma, the thing is, they ask a woman to submit, and it's not like they say submit to anything, you know. I have listened to someone who was teaching women how to submit. I can't really remember the steps he was talking about, but he talked about the positivity, he talked about parameters, parting. Like I can't remember, but all his explanation is talking about how you should submit, like the positivity on what should a woman submit to her husband, and the parameters and the parting. It means it means there should be a limit. You know, if you have your husband and he has some things that he's doing. For example, like this preacher was talking about this thing in the the setting in the house of like in the Christian background, that every woman you submit to your husband, but you should have your parameters. There are certain things that you find out that this is what my husband does, and according to the Bible, is against the will of God. You can't submit. These are the parameters you have, and it's your limit. That it ends here. And after that, if you don't submit to it, nobody will say you don't submit. So if we really look at this parting, and then we talk about the parting of submitting, they are not saying you should lick your husband's toes, or you should climb up on the ceiling, or you should do something that it will be hurtful to your own self just because you want to show. They say submission is it doesn't take away your pride, but it's just another way of giving honor. Meanwhile, you still keep your own pride. So it's not like so many women are refusing to submit today because the thing is an exchange of honor or an exchange of pride. They're selling out their pride. If you say, I want to submit to my woman, to my husband, they feel like they are giving out their pride. No, submission is like giving honor. I honor my wife. I'm giving this example here. In a case where a man wants to propose to his wife, he kneels down. He's not giving away our ego or our pride, our manly pride. He's not giving it away, but he's giving honor to this woman at this moment by kneeling down. He's not making himself a slave, or the woman isn't a slave mistress at that point. And then on this love issue, I just think that every other duty, every other role or responsibility of a man in marriage, everything that comes under love. Because when you marry a woman, you have to trust her, and to trust her, you have to really love her. You know, to me, it doesn't. I don't say it comes the trust, the care, comfort, and every other thing. All these things, to me, it comes under love, and they have just been engulfed in one word as love. And I don't think it's something that the man is giving love in exchange for submission. I don't think so, because practically we have seen so many marriages around us where one person is playing their own role perfectly, and the other person isn't playing theirs. And sometimes this relationship, they still pull on because the other person doesn't still know what they are supposed to be getting from that relationship. There is a woman who submits to her husband, but the husband has refused to love this woman, but she keeps being there and doing what she's supposed to do. She's just there. And there's another case, a man who is loving his wife genuinely, but the woman has refused submitting to him. He's just in a up, you know. So I think
no, I didn't laugh now. You are the laugh now person. We don't talk. We say more stuff for the give example, more stuff for the give definition. They don't tire more give examples.
Yeah. So submission, I think it's an issue of role. It's a woman's thing, you know. It's a woman's thing. Maybe Denzel, you think men should submit? No, we respect. We should respect. We should respect, because we men, we cannot really submit. We don't have the style. Women have the styles.
That is why
women they have the styles of submission.
We have a little percentage of it, right? We should have a little percent. What we do not understand here is this is a relationship, and it's for two people. And the way you bring in your emotions in, right? That is how the other person is going to bring it. There is no way to equate them like, okay, this is 50%, this is 80%. No, but there has to be a way of bringing those things. I respect you. You do. I mean, that's how people live. Like in relationship, I think I don't know if people have different styles that they work with their clients. For me, when I have to, like a man and a woman, the man is not my client. The woman is not my client. The relationship is my client. So I'm trying to look for how can they survive that relationship. And if this man is loving and you are not submitting, it's not going to work. And if this woman is submitting and you are not loving, it's not going to work. So we try how we can put those two things together, because it's coming from both sides. That is the way I see it.
Let me put it this way. The woman, right? She submits to whatever the man is doing. Listen,
guys, Sam, let Emma
I never learned.
I need deny Sam. Why you don't talk with you talk? I make Emma come, because I'm looking at the time. Let Emma come in. You know, we have to round up. Better we'll push the topic for a different day because he's still here. So just say what you're saying, and then I'm not deny.
I'm not push for different day.
No, I never refuse. I don't understand. Okay, round up now. Round up. Emma will come in and then.
We don't push topic there for different days. So if we go look different day, that's not.
Okay, continue. No, we'll continue. It's okay. We'll continue. And we'll continue.
Nobody's late.
when I say whatever, I mean, I'm just saying, women, there's any attitude a man puts up in his home, if the woman is okay with it, it means she has submitted to that attitude. If you bring in violence, you beat up your wife, she cries and sleep, the next day everything rides on well, she has submitted to violence. You understand the point? If you love and care for your wife, your woman has submitted to your love and care. Now, let's go to the man. When a man is loving his woman, the submission the woman is offering, the care, the hospitality, procreation, and every other thing, the man is loving it and respecting it. You understand? You get the difference now. That's why I say whatever, because there are women who are submitting to trash in marriages. We know.
It is still submission.
It is still submission. You not change the fact. It is still submission.
I think you guys are taking us somewhere. We didn't say that it's not submission, but is that the right submission?
Exactly. Is it a right? The question is that positive submission? Because our topic today is about divorce. Is that something that should be encouraged? Because we are talking here, trying to give a message out there. So we want to talk about submission, and we want to tell people, even if your husband is beating you, you're taking.
We did not say so, Emma. No, you don't see. You everything the point I was rejecting.
I didn't say that.
We did not say so. That's not what we said. You cannot learn on what we did not say. Please say what we said. Don't learn on what we did not say. That's my concern.
If I not learn, no, you don't know how to go. If you cut me like that each time, you will never know where I'm going to.
But don't say that we are saying. We are not saying that.
I'm asking that is the question that. That's why I asked. So no cut me one land. The question is this.
Continue.
Are we trying to tell people that if your husband, because like Bison said, if your husband is beating you, you're staying there, it is still submission. Of course, people will see you that you're submitting. But Desert kept talking about practical something, right? But Desert talked about it's not about theory here, it's about practical.
This is practical we're talking about. It is practical.
It's practical, Emma.
When we are talking, Emma, there have been times. No, sister. There have been times when Bison the talk or the top, you didn't talk for back. You know that they say we stop you. We're just saying that there. We're just saying that.
I didn't interrupt
you. No, we don't interrupt you. We the throne and talk. We the throne and talk. We don't interrupt you. We the throne and talk.
You don't take me completely off guard because I don't even know where was I going to actually. Honestly. I was really trying to explain something and I have it in my mind, but you don't just take me completely off guard.
Don't worry, you'll come back. Judge the talk, you'll come back.
Yeah. No, maybe another person should talk. Maybe you can come back.
I hope you understand what I was saying.
I get your point, please. I get your point.
And let me just clarify. Let me clarify, Emma, before she comes back again. That I didn't say a woman has to submit to anything, but I'm just saying I'm giving a practical explanation of what we can see around us. Whatever a woman takes and sits in her marriage, whatever attitude the man puts up in her marriage, if your husband has 10 side chicks and you are not doing anything about it, you have submitted to side chickism. It is the truth. If your husband is beating you up every day and you are just there in that marriage doing nothing, you have submitted to domestic violence. That's why if your husband puts up an attitude that you don't want, you tell him, I won't submit to this. And that's where it leads to, if there's no adjustment, it leads to divorce, which you are talking about. Not every woman will submit to you yourself, Emma. You don't talk. I've read from you many times on social media. You've said you can submit, but on whose head are you going to submit? Like the brain, it should be a fine brain. On what project will you submit? It should be a positive, So, but every woman, it depends. It's an individual thing. Some women submit to trash some will really be discreet about the kind of man they will submit to. The honor submission.
Well, I think you're right, this.
And this one, wait, Denzel, please, just wait me in my talk, please.
Yeah.
See, this song, like what you said, right? Do you not agree? Because I think you're the one who made this point. And I also read comments where people were saying here that there's no one size to a lot of things. That's why I'm always careful. Like when we say something, we shouldn't make like it's written on tablets of stones, you know, because like you rightly said, some people submit to what we call trash. What another person, okay, I think I talked about Fufu Kon here and Deli was saying another person will be like, I better carry me report, right? It goes back to the point of you need to submit from within. It's the same thing. Like it's no one size for everybody. Not something I'll insist so it happen for my house. Now so it must happen for another person in the house. It really works depending on how your marriage is. But as when I say submission and submission, right? At the end you'll still be submission. But my problem was this, which is what I'm really trying to drive to. We are here for a purpose, trying to talk about divorce, trying to really limit the rate of divorce and the level, the issue of submission is coming in. And then we are talking about it is your duty to submit whether the man loves you or not. And in order to limit leading to divorce, which is what Denzel and I were trying to say, for how long can this woman keep submitting without that love? Because it is her responsibility. How practical is it that a man doesn't love you? Apart from being violent, there are other things he can do, like we're rightly saying. But Bisa was saying he's still there submitting. But the practical is how long can she do this so that we don't have the result of divorce, which is what we are trying to minimize here.
It depends on her mumu level.
Can I answer the question? Is it okay? I answer the question. Okay. So I get the point, and I'm really sorry that I've been cutting you off. I kept interjecting because I thought you were bringing in things that we did not say. And most likely, maybe that's what you understood, and that's not what we said in all of that. At the end of the day, I think all of us we're talking about the same things coming from different angles. Let's put it like that, because we're trying to see how to minimize divorces or to look at the things that are getting into divorce. Look at when you talk about something that is continuing and it's not going to last, it is different from, because like you said, not one size for everything. But when you say, for how long is it going to continue? Now, it feels like it is always that the man is not doing all the part. Remember, this thing could be a day, a month, that this man has not provided. Because remember, if we don't look at the roles, we'll not understand this issue of submission and love. The man could not be providing for a month. The woman is still there. Because the woman already knows, I still have to do this. When the man, you start from marriage, you start finish marriage, where the man ever, those are like, he only insists, those are exceptional cases. Now where the toxic one completely, there is no marriage self. The man not even first day for year. Matter of fact, it shows say to that man the first find way for come off a day. These are the things that will lead to divorce. Because submission is not just in your own words, not be one size for everything. Because if you look and I say, if it continue, what if not a short-lived something, and then the woman too freak out, say, I'm leaving. Remember, there are so many roles and responsibilities on both parts. One of them could just be provision. Now, when the woman has not provided, should the woman also now leave the marriage? No. This is the point we're making. Now, if the man has to protect, the man has not protected for whatever reason, should the woman leave the marriage? No. The woman should submit. The woman has to take her chores in the house. Well, should the man leave the marriage? No. Why are marriages failing? Because they want to talk smart things, say, oh, the man never do this for some time. Maybe the man lost his job. Maybe he do go for bad investment. Maybe the man felt be strong head. For all those reasons, woman jump from off outside because submission and love has to go hand in gloves. These are the reasons. I'm now saying that if we only focus on the fact that submission and love has to go hand in gloves, there will be a time when on one part it will be empty. And I say this, marriage, it cannot be 50-50. There are times when somebody will be working on 100-0. And it will be working on 100-0. Sometimes it will be 90-10. Sometimes it will be 80-20, sometimes it will be 50-50, sometimes it will be. Now, these are the times I'm saying all of them have to be steadfast in their different roles. And if one man is not doing it, the other person should stand. So marriage will still stand. But you and I know say they nothing wake up. You come, you the big person, not be not only with them for the platform. If you come now for you can talk now say when they beat you, they kill you for marriage, you remember it means say would it contradict ourselves or also don't they teach them. So I was just trying to show that no, if we only limit and say marriage is more than two, one must go hand in gloves and all of that, we might miss out on that. That was the point I was hitting hard on. So we might miss out on it because God give. And they say they don't call we someone who can do something. They don't. Emma, go declare backside, they declare front door. I just come out, they can look and say, Emma, you don't finish clear that backside self so. And then I look, I never even first start. So I just say, Emma, never even first start, you know, and all of that. I'm just trying to say that the points you people make, it is my only exception that I had. I think we were just interrupting each other where we'll be talking at the same thing. The only exception I had was with Denzel. When we talking and say me the man to may get an aspect of submission. I'm saying that if you just understand what love is all about there, the aspect you're trying to factor in and trying to make it submission is already present in love. That we don't need to come now to say it's submission again, that the man has to submit and all of that.
Yeah.
That is the
thank you. Like somebody is even saying, I get you now. Like, okay, because they were not getting you. But let me say something, right? Which shows that all of us, maybe we have been talking on different levels. And from when I really dissect what Denzel was saying, I was see like Denzel was reasoning the same way I'm reasoning. Maybe we were just kind of assuming that there's no way we can be talking about a marriage having 1 month problems and people start talking about I no go submit, I no go love. I don't think we're looking at that level because we've said it here. A marriage cannot just have like issues just 1 month and then people start talking about troubles. If you really look at it, we kept asking for how long can this be? Because if you look at it right, as counselors, I think we've said it here many times. Before marriage, people even come to you for counseling. They have tried many ways for so many years. And it's not working. It's not a 1 month thing. Obviously, yes, we have people after 1 month, they have issues. But you know that those are really exceptional cases. But before we come to the level where we need to start questioning submission and love, those people have stayed maybe 5 years. I think Denzel used to say minimum 5 years or something like that, right, Denzel?
Yeah.
Something like that. That's the question. So when we get now to that level of this number of years, I think that's where I was coming from. And that's where Denzel was coming from. Like, for how long will you keep telling somebody like, hey, no, you need to ignore the fact that he doesn't love you. No, you need to ignore the fact that she doesn't respect you. We keep saying men and the ego and the respect. Can you imagine me, Denzel, getting married to you and for 5 good years, I cannot give you respect? And then they keep telling you to keep loving me. That's the question. You get the time frame.
Get it. It's understood, perfectly understood. I think that we've all rounded up, right? Because literally it's taken 3 hours. We've all rounded up. Okay. So it's for those of you, I know that a lot of people joined in maybe at the heart of the heated topic. That's how we argue here. So don't take it at heart. We'll argue, so we'll fix them. We disagreed to agree, and we must not always. I always insist we must not always agree because we are 4 different people raised up differently, coming here having different experience. We must not. So even if we leave this platform without agreeing, it is still very okay. Just so we know that. But it becomes a problem when we become disagreeable, and I really apologize on that. That I kept interjecting. Okay, so we've not really touched everything. Like we said, Emma wanted to talk about feminism. Feminism is a very broad spectrum. It's a broad topic that I know that we would want to talk. I really like to talk on that, and I don't want to moderate when I'm talking because I really want to talk me fine. So I don't know who is hosting next week. I don't know if it's Emma or so. If you choose to bring the topic, then we can take it for next time.
We'll not go talk for me to host. Then they go host.
Well, I don't know who comes next anyway. I'm just happy that it's not me, so that at least I can have enough time to. So today it's always been about this about divorce. The rate of divorces. Let me just round up. The rate of sorry guys, I'm really messed right now with my stuff. The rate of divorces has become alarming. We're trying to tell ladies and gentlemen to know that your choices, it starts with the choices, and the first choice is not picking somebody, it's picking yourself. When you know yourself, you're comfortable with yourself, you know who you are, you know what you want out of life, it translates to the person you take in. So even when you get into the marriage and then people start changing, at least you know you made the right choice first before the change then came. Not the one that you start from the beginning and you start enduring, and that is why it is bound to break. So that when the change now comes, you can start looking at where the things, if you can adjust it, if it's a matter of therapy, if it's a matter of fixing it. But when we get married for the wrong reasons, from the first day, the foundation is faulty. And if the foundation is faulty, what will we do in marriage? We cannot do anything regardless. One thing Denzel said about marriage, that is two people coming together. I just need to add that it's not just two people, it's three people. Marriage is not our thing, it's God's idea. And if it's God's idea, it means we have to put in God. That's why even when he says that to find a wife, you find a good thing and obtain favor from God, it means there's the God aspect of it. So God be part of that thing, the entire thing. So it's a three chord that should not be broken like that. One of the major reasons of divorce is there's no God. We forget God. We keep God aside. We want to do it our own way. We don't go back to him to ask him how to go about it. So this is the problem. For those of you who are facing marriage issues, there's still hope. If you only turn, maybe ask God for direction, because you've come to Mommy Deli, go to Uncle Denzel, go to Uncle Bison, go to Aunt Emma. It's not working. Maybe you've not tried God to understand that.
Yeah.
So this is it. I just hope for those of you who are divorced already, I think you be a voice to be able to speak. One of the things is some people divorce and they never tell the truth to the rest of the people. And this is the more reason why this keep happening. But if you're at the verge of divorce, maybe you want to look at it and see if the problem can be fixed before you get it. Marriage is not just a bed of roses. Also understand that even if it's a bed of roses, they are torn. So it's not everything that you get out of it. Any small thing I want to you can make it work. Except for exceptional cases where we've listed them, then okay, at least you have a ground for divorce at that time. But try as much as possible to keep the marriage. I mean, we've been extensive on this one, and I hope that we all have learned. I've learned a lot on here, and I hope that those of you listening as well have something to take home and take back home. Okay, so guys, I think this is where we call it quit for today. Call it a day. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for staying true, all of you. Next topic we don't have, but maybe Emma will be coming next week with feminism. So guys, get ready, okay? Tie your seats, and it's bye-bye from our team.
Bye, guys.
Okay? We love you all. Bye, guys. Bye
Thank
for
you.
now.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.